This week we get made Giovanni style as we discuss the 1992 vampire mob movie, Innocent Blood. Hello and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie. The Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always, it's Timmy Two Bites Yobo. How you doing today, good sir?
I like that nickname. That's cool. That way you really digest your food. That's
good. Yeah. But Tim, speaking of leaving you with indigestion, we are joined by our favorite gourmand. It's Candice.
Oh, really? That's the one not be like, hey, the sexy French vampire, Candice. Couldn't be anything
flat. Just dead silence.
You could have been one of the strippers.
After that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the ambient dog noises that are going to be going on. For some reason, they will not settle down tonight.
You know what? It's a good thing, because those flapping ears are going to probably be covering up a lot of other flapping things.
Oh, God. Yeah, because we are kicking off the month of November. Another month of No-Vampr, another month of vampire movies. And you know what? I couldn't think of a better way to kick it off than with this movie brought to us by friend of the show and joining us, host of the Moustachioed Podcastio, Daniel. How are you doing today, good sir?
What is up, y'all? Daniel back in the party with the bloody bits horror show, dude. It's extra bloody today because this movie... Oh. Pretty bloody.
Yeah.
It's not just bloody, it's real horny, too.
Super horny. This is what it's supposed to be. This is how you do it, Twilight.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so glad I picked this. Man.
So am I.
Such a good pick. Oh, Daniel, yeah, thank you so much, man. But before we kick off the festivities and talk Innocent Blood, everybody's favorite segment... Candice, what have you been consuming?
I have been consuming, well, besides that,
yeah,
books. Specifically, this book called Red Ruin that Bloody Bits got tagged. You're the one who turned me on to this book. Bloody Bits got tagged for a book.
I like Eddie. We get a little bit of notoriety.
Because it's fucking books. I want to get notoriety on I don't know, porn or weed.
No. Look, you got to build your way up. I'm happy that we have an audience who reads, right? A lot of other podcasts can't say that. Like number one podcast in the world, maybe.
So what is this book?
Okay, this book is called Red Ruin, and it's by Denver Granell and Ian J. Middleton. And it was just zombie horror survival. Yes, sorry. I'm a little hungover today, too, so...
It's all good. So it's
what, bear with me horror?
Yeah.
It's a zombie horror survival
horror.
Fun.
It's 2 yawns up.
And it's not like a how-to guide. It's, a narrative story. And it's not like breaking any new ground or anything, but it's a really good, fast-paced, gory, bloody, when the shit hits the fan. But this time it's in New Zealand. And I'm pretty sure it's the first book from New Zealand I've ever read.
It might be the first book they've ever written.
That's a good point,
that's
Tim.
Just disrespectful. I know a couple of Kiwis.
That's okay. I look on the digestible whatever fucking charts, and we used to be number 18. What did we get? Number 80 in New Zealand.
Yeah.
As a podcast, and then they just dropped off, probably because of comments like that.
Yeah, probably, Tim.
They're just so
would
offended.
Not fucking doubt it. Okay, so you've been reading books. That's cool.
And another book that I fucking loved, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet until November 11th is the release date. But it was really fucking good. I even reached out to the author personally and was like, this book, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but it did for rock climbing what The Descent did for cave diving. It is on that level. It was amazing. So I reached out to the author. And he was
that
like,
out,
"Oh, it's
I think she just gave away too much information."
There's a lot you can interpret into that. But yeah, so I reached out to him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it." He's like, "Oh, I see you got a podcast."
Oh God, I got to interview another one of you guys.
No, I was like, "Yeah, we're all booked up," which we are all booked up.
That's true.
Nice, play hard to get, right?
I was like, "And have you been on a podcast before?" He hasn't responded. I want to listen to someone first, and see if they if it'd be like awkward long pauses, silences, someone who stumbles over their words a whole lot.
I mean, I still invited on. He did good.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Mr. Noonan, I might have some Noonan approved content coming up here in just a minute. So, Tim, what about you, my friend? What have you been consuming?
I saw Terrifier 2 finally.
Oh, really? What'd you think?
I liked it. It was a little long.
A little?
Yeah. I mean, no, look, if you're enjoying the movie, it's good. And, I mean, I guess I'm really jaded because there was some, like, pretty fucking good gross out scenes in it, but that's what I would call them, a gross out scene. It's nothing where it'd be like I'd be fucking fainting or puking, but brilliant advertising.
And Art the Clown is so good.
He's really. I could watch a 90-minute reel of just his fucking reactions.
Yeah, it's true.
So
some of the fucking things is after the fucking kills that this guy's fucking pulling off. The things that he's fucking doing with his face and his body is just fucking hysterical.
I know it wasn't supposed to be funny, but the bedroom scene when he comes back in with the stuff.
Because he comes like jaunting back in with like a little dance and stuff.
So good. I fucking laughed at it. I'm like, oh, that's bad. I shouldn't be laughing at it. It was so good, though. All right, Daniel, thank you again for joining us, buddy. What about you? What have you been consuming since we last spoke?
Well, as of recent, I did finally watch Halloween Ends. We won't have to get into it. I know y'all had a lot of conversations about it. I actually did quite enjoy it a little bit. Not so much as a Halloween film, but I enjoyed it as what it is.
A Halloween movie. It's supposed to be.
Yeah,
I know it's supposed to be, but I still had a good time with it.
That's good.
No, I had a good time for 3/4 of it.
And I was catching up on the new American Horror Story. I'd kind of given up on that show, but this one kind of interested me. It was like, seems like it's a lot of like different things going on. It takes place in New York City, which is always fun.
I watched the first episode. It's good.
It's been good. It's like any other American Horror Story where it starts off where you're like, fuck, this is kind of dope. I don't know what's going on. But then you're kind of hoping by episode 4 or 5, you kind of know what's going on. But I still don't know what's going on. And it gets a little bit like you got to stick to it. And I've fallen off on probably 2 seasons of that show where I just stopped after 6 episodes. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm going to try to get through the whole thing. And I'm all caught up now. So
I thought the new thing was that it was like an anthology. Like each episode was different stories.
That's American Horror. I think that's American Horror Stories, right?
Yeah. Yes. But this one's like an official full season.
I didn't know they were doing both
continuous.
Still.
Yeah, they're doing both. So this one's interesting. Oh, yeah. For all it's worth. This one has a lot of awesome gay sex, torture stuff. It's fun.
Hot.
Gay sex.
Yes, it's very, very gay.
A lot of leather daddies. Yeah.
One in particular, yeah.
Yeah, one in particular, leather daddy, who kind of looks like Bane from the Batman and Robin movie. It's amazing.
Okay.
So that's what I've been taking in.
Hey, good times, buddy. God, I haven't been doing much consuming. You know what? I rewatched the first Terrifier with my wife just because she's never seen it, and I was like, you have to watch it. Yeah, she liked it. She dug the practical effects, obviously, because I mean that's like the big, that's what it is. I mean, I agree with the sentiment that it was kind of like it was kind of like their demo reel. Like, here's what we can do. Let us make a real film. And then Terrifier 2 was kind of that real film.
Which one do you like better, 1 or 2?
2.
I agree.
Definitely.
I like 2 better.
Two's a movie. One's fun. One's awesome. It's an amusement park ride.
I have to admit, I'm a little bit confused on the timeline of Terrifier 2 with when it's happening and what's going on.
I don't think it matters.
You're thinking way too hard about Terrifier.
Yeah.
I know. It was just something that, especially, I think it's a scene like towards the end of the movie where he's watching the TV from the beginning of Terrifier 1, it looks like.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. No, that's okay.
And
But
he
you
kicks
remember
the TV because
Well,
Yeah,
I think
remember
what
the
there,
first one?
because it confused me, but the first one, that beginning part, took place like a year after the rest of the movie, because by that point her
Yeah.
face had healed up and was scarred over.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
the beginning of this movie takes place at the same time as the beginning of the first movie, but after the events of the rest of the first movie. If that
I
makes
think
sense.
it takes place
Okay.
just
Yeah, that
after the
makes
first
sense.
movie. Yeah.
We fell through a time loop, time hole.
Other than that, I watched that movie.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say also, that's one of those movies. Do not think too hard about it. Do not look for a plot. Do not look for a through line or themes or anything. It is not that kind of movie. You just sit back, shut off your brain, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
It's a slasher movie, right? You don't go there thinking like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen with Freddy and Jason.
Like Halloween.
Inner conflicts with their mothers.
Yeah, like Halloween, the thinking man's fucking slasher movie. So I also consumed that Hounded movie.
How was it?
Oh, yeah. How is it?
Oh, you know what? It was dog shit.
Really?
Dude, it was so
I always like it when
fucking
you say
trash.
dog shit.
It's fucking trash, dude. Like, there was no story. It was just them marching around in hills and in the
Chasing
woods.
people.
Barely being chased. People making the stupidest decisions, and not even like a horror movie stupid decisions, just dumb. So that was dog shit.
What
and
breed
I watched
of dog shit?
Oh man, I'm gonna
Supposed to make a
go.
hound
Alaskan
joke.
Malamute.
Supposed to make a hound joke right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It ain't nothing but a hound shit drying on the ground, and it's all white.
Ain't nothing but a hound shit drying on the ground.
Daniel, thank you very much.
Say, I'll be your Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry Hound. There you go. Then I watched the first 25 minutes of Smile, and you know what? They should have called it Frown because it wasn't very good.
My
Jesus,
God.
Eddie.
Yeah.
All right,
Same.
anyway,
I
guys,
made it about like 25 minutes.
It's
in.
been fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go now.
All right, dude.
After that,
We'll
joke.
see you later, bud. No,
You know,
so
I've heard some people really like it and some people really hate it. And from what I've heard about it, it honestly sounds like my kind of movie. I think I'm gonna like
some
it.
people are really
Watch
fucking
it.
stupid.
I'm gonna
so that
watch it.
makes
I just
sense.
haven't had time. I played like
I just
8
figured it was
hours of Vampire Survivors yesterday. I sat my ass
figured it
down
was
and
a-
did not move.
I just figured it was a jump
I saw
scare.
the trailer for it before
film.
Barbarian, and I'm like, this is a stupid. First of all, any movie where somebody is like, some non-character is screaming at the top of the lungs, "You're gonna die! You're gonna die!" I'm like, it's not my kind of
Yeah.
movie.
Honestly,
And then the stupid head move with the car.
this feels very like memed out. Like this is for like teens. Like I feel like
Yeah.
now
we're
teens,
just too old to understand it.
We're too old to be into it. Like naturally.
I don't know. Young people don't smile that much, so I don't know why they'd be.
Well, that's why it's scary. They're not used to seeing it.
What is he doing with his
Daniel,
face?
interact with people.
What's he doing?
Yeah,
What is with his brightness?
It looks like that emoji.
Oh,
they're
that
talking
bright
to
demeanor.
each other in person.
She's showing her
no.
teeth. She's aggressive.
Yeah,
So
she
much eye
feels threatened.
contact.
Has there ever been an emoji killer movie?
Yes. Of
Yeah?
course. Yeah, there was the fucking what's the new one, Grim Cuddy?
Oh, that
It's
looks
the big
bad.
smiley face.
Ooh, I watched the trailer
like
for that
dog
because I was
shit.
like, oh, maybe. And I watched the trailer and I was like, fuck no, I'm
Nope.
not watching this.
So
At the end of the movie, the emoji just turns to the shit.
yeah, it's just the pile of poo. Yeah. Yeah, did they have emojis on Jitterbug phones, Tim? I didn't know that.
I've seen it on the young kids on their phones.
You got to press
somewhere.
each digit 4 times, and it leads to the
You do.
emoji.
You do the
And I still can't figure out how
semicolon.
to stop the button from beeping. So yeah, I'm doing that text thing. I gotta hit the B button. Beep beep. It's fucking driving me crazy.
Oh,
Even
God.
talking about it's too much for you. So, since we're kicking off No-Vampr, and Daniel,
Most sacred
in an
of
effort
months.
to reach out, of course, in an effort to reach out to a younger generation, you know, to bridge the generation gap, I've been looking up what modern like vampire shit is that's going on.
Ooh, The Invitation. That
internet?
movie's so fucking good.
No, it's actually
So says Candice.
Did you
this
clap your cheeks, or
subreddit.
was that your hands?
That was my hands.
Jesus.
Okay.
I got up and clapped my cheeks out of excitement.
Yeah, I just went like, plap, plap. Like, damn, Candace, damn. Fucking.
No. So I don't think the invitation's what's hot with kids now. So I went on Reddit and I was looking up vampires. Okay.
Okay.
It turns out what kids like nowadays is they like to make ASMR videos. Yep. And so I found a subreddit where people write up scripts for ASMR videos.
Your wife was talking about this, and she was so angry.
Yes, she was.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She turned me on to this one. So I found one, and Tim, I'm gonna read the title for you, and I want you to, at the end of this title, tell me what this means. Okay. Okay. FF4A.
FF4A.
Yes.
Fantastic
Four.
Fantastic for anal.
Fantastic Four. Okay.
Fantastic Four for anal. Script fill. That's whatever.
Script fill.
Yeah.
Was it like script filler? Like
script. Yeah, like they filled up your prescription
for
your new chews. Yep.
No, like just like little parts. Like, hey, look, if your movie is like 20 seconds short and you can't think of anything, we got a 20-second scene.
Okay. So they wrote some filler.
Like somebody
script.
Like,
Gotcha. Yeah. They're punching it up. Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to read. Now here's the title. Okay. Yandery vampire and werewolf girls fight over you. Jealous Yandery monster girls fighting over you. Tomboyish werewolf and powder puff vampire banter. Open-ending wolf girl supernatural pet names. Forest ambiance, rain, night ambiance.
So somebody's listening to this and jerking off, right?
Well, hey, you know what, Tim?
That's the ambiance.
Let's put it to the test.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's so low you can't even hear it. That's a good trick.
No, I hit the thing.
Did you?
Already coming.
It's not playing. Is it not going to play? Oh, come on. Here, okay, I'll read it to you then. I'll read it all sexy because
do it in your ASMR
do it in your
voice,
sexiest voice.
Okay, here we go.
No, Candice.
Script here. Wait, I got to pay for this thing?
My nipples are already hard.
I'm ready. I've already spit in my hand.
My nipples are still hard from last night.
I already got 2 fingers in my mouth. I'm ready.
Jesus. You're choking yourself.
Wow. Candice is really drawing a picture there.
She's dedicated to the craft. Okay. Here's a lot of things about the warnings about what's in it. Okay. It says wolf affectionate. So I have to be affectionate. Okay. Hey, human. What's a cute thing like you doing? This is stupid. Doing this deep in the dark, spooky forest. That's racist. Are you lost? I think I could help you there. What? I know this place like the back of my claws. Why don't you come back to my place for a bit to get rested? Well, first, let me introduce myself. My name is Luna. But you can just call me tonight or tomorrow. Then vampire. This is the vampire voice, and they're serious, okay? You know, Luna. You're fucking me up. Hold on here. Let me back into character. You know, Luna, that line would work a lot better if there was reception out here. And also if you didn't look like a big, ugly fur ball. And then it's just a lot of wet slapping noise. Is what I'm seeing here. So no, apparently, like there's all this fucking direction on it, like awkward long pause. It's complicated. I'm not a dog. I'm a werewolf.
This sounds great.
What the fuck is this for?
You know what? Here, I'll send you a link to it. What this is for, Tim. You nailed it up front, and that is it's for jacking off.
I know, but Jesus Christ, what fucking niche do you have to fucking be?
I don't.
I want to read I like to read my porn. Okay, I like to do. So all these kids. Well, yeah, I guess you're reading the porn if you're buying the.
Isn't it supposed to be like audio though?
Yeah. This is audio, and I have an MP3 I fucking downloaded. Daniel,
I'm not looking in the.
There you go, Daniel. You're younger than us. Can you describe for us what
Daniel's
this is?
Almost my age.
I just
like
come across
6 months younger.
I'm single.
Yeah. I'm just saying you're more hip and you're more.
I am definitely more hip than you.
Oh yeah.
So Daniel, is this like your shit?
No.
No?
I think that's like I don't know how hip that is. I think it's niche with youngsters.
Well, I'm looking at the artwork on this, and the fox vampire lady, I think, has a mustache. So maybe it could be on the podcast.
And a vampire.
I think that's just her upper lip shadowed. I don't think that's a mustache.
That's a mustache, Daniel. You're the mustache.
Candice is actually
expert.
looking at it in detail with the fucking magnified 100 on the internet.
Take a look on the Discord, Daniel. I DM'd it to you. Not you. You don't know shit about mustaches. Shut
That's
up.
True.
No, what the fuck? That looks like a fancy French mustache, or she's got the tiniest lips ever.
Yeah, it's like maybe she just did her upper lip, or that is a little mustache, which is kind of cute, actually.
Okay. I see.
She's a fox, right? So foxes are hairy.
But why is she a fox if this is about a vampire and a werewolf?
I don't know, but I know on Asian TV shows, there's a lot of fucking like old fairy tale stories about like people who fuck foxes.
The kitsune.
Shapeshift.
The kitsune. Yeah.
Is that what it's?
The nine-tailed fox.
God.
The kitsune.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, 9 pussies.
You lift up each tail, there's a
Pussied
pussy
fox.
under it.
That's why it's a magical being.
Yeah. Never get tired of it, right, Tim?
Oh, that'd be strange.
Oh, God.
You're
Not
going
cheating,
to a different
right?
hole because
Yeah.
that's, just to shake things up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, these just look like, I'm looking at the comments, these are just different kinds of nerds.
Okay, that's good.
Man,
So,
wish I
if
still
you
had my
guys are
Anne Rice
into-
fanfic that I wrote back in the
Gross.
day.
I can't believe you don't still.
Yeah, what was your
Candice.
username back then?
Oh, this was all a notebook.
Oh, God, you hand
I
wrote it?
handwrote it.
Oh, no.
Wow, can you imagine with Candice how she is like if she realizes
my
that she
God.
made like a little bit of a plot mistake 3 pages back, she has to rewrite the whole fucking thing all over again.
Candice
She's
is-
not crossing that shit out.
Candice is like getting stuck masturbating to fan fiction because there's continuity issues.
I'm like, I can't finish
She's like,
now.
I'll write my own.
It's like, God damn it. You're using the wrong tense in this paragraph.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so let's get to Innocent Blood. Daniel, my friend, what?
Yes.
Why is this your selection for No-Vampr?
How old were you when you saw it?
Well, that's kind of the background with it. When you brought up that it was all about vampire movies, I immediately, for some reason, thought about this movie that one of my best friends, his name's Chris. We went to high school together. I met him in 9th grade, and we're still friends to this day. We played music, and we made that punk band when we were young and all that stuff. And so this was one of the first movies I remember him putting on. And at first, the only thing I could remember was the performances were really ridiculous, especially fucking Salvatore Sal the Shark.
That's the first thing that you can remember about
I know,
this
that's what's
Robert
crazy.
Loggia, so
and
good.
Robert Loggia, and then the glowing eyes. And then once I watched it again for this,
That's the second thing that you
I
remember
know,
about that movie?
I know. So then once I watched it again, I was like, oh, that was why we always had it on.
Yeah. Oh,
Because, once you get older,
Matsu.
you've seen
Mamma
so
mia.
many boobs in real life. And I've, not that I'm not that much of
Oh,
a,
yeah.
sex guy,
Okay,
but
Coxman over here, Daniel.
you forget about how special it was when you're in 9th grade
Yes.
and there's a movie that you could just put in your VCR and there's boobs. Like, I just forgot.
Up top, there's boobs.
I know.
Right off the bat, this movie's letting you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was back
Settle
in the
down.
day
we
of
go.
the erotic thriller. Remember those days?
Yep.
Yeah.
What, this is like 91, 92?
92, yeah.
92.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you had Jade.
Mm-hmm.
You had
Yeah.
all those other fucking ones.
Wow.
The one with Madonna, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I think it stuck out in my mind just because I remember it feeling like, and it's so weird, at least that's kind of was true. I remember it feeling like two different movies, especially like if you cut it in half. I felt like the first part of it was, I remember liking the first part better.
Oh, yeah.
And it
bad.
kind of gets a little crazy, but I'm glad I picked it though. I actually had a decent time, but we could get into it.
Okay.
I had one of the most pleasant flashback erections. I've ever had
Flashback
in my
erection? What is that?
life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're not actually having it, but you remember having it?
Like
I'm trying to figure that
phantom
out.
limb?
No, it was here and gone in a flash. Yeah.
Phantom limb. Like you feel like you have a boner, but you look down and your dick's all sad.
Looking down, like, oh shit. And I was like, oh yeah, wait. I remember when I was like, so what, maybe like 20, depending on when this came out. So probably like around 24, 25. So yes, very horny. And still at that age where seeing stuff like this in movies was still considered a little
I was
special.
14, I think, when I saw it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
good
was
for
pretty
you,
young.
man.
So I was really horny.
You were just like vibrating with horniness.
Yeah, we both had pillows on our laps. Totally, yeah.
All right, man. So okay, then it hit
Pizza man comes. Nobody wants to get up to get the door.
It hit nostalgia for you and a nostalgia boner for Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, what about you, dude? What was your history with this one?
I remember renting it when it came out because I know who the chick is in the movie, and she's very good at it. I won't step on your facts on it, but she's really good in that movie. So I saw this, and jackpot, pay dirt.
Jackpot. Okay.
It's a really good movie. Even with forget about all the great nudity and sex scenes in this movie. It is a really good fucking movie. I laughed at this movie despite myself because I saw who directed this. I'm like, this fucking kid killer.
Yeah, well, kid killer. We'll get to that. So what about you, Candice? What's your history?
You know, I thought I had seen this movie before. When you first floated the title, I was like, oh, I've seen this. I started watching it. I've never seen this movie before. I think I just remember the poster.
I am shocked. Wow.
Yeah,
I really thought you'd seen it.
Vampire movie.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how I missed this. Especially around this time. You know what it is? What?
It's because it was a mob movie.
I didn't know it was a mob movie.
That's boring.
You're like, you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want to hear about family.
Like, I don't want to hear these fucking Goombas.
I don't like how it mixed Mafia in with my precious vampires.
I was going to say, this almost feels more like a mob
Although
movie.
apparently my husband did see it because he walked in.
Of course he did.
Of course. It was like the very beginning of the movie. Not the very, very beginning of the movie. There was no nudity in this scene. He walks in and he goes, and I paused it, and he's like, oh, so he's a cop, the vampire's female, and they have sex. And I was like, wow, good guess. And he goes, no, I've seen this movie before.
So he spoils it.
Candice, your husband is playing you. He remembered from a fucking still shot. He remembers this movie. You can name all that plot on it, but he doesn't understand what porn is for.
He knows what porn is for. He just doesn't like it, is what he says.
He doesn't understand what. Oh yeah, but he remembers this one movie from a fucking frozen screenshot.
Yeah, very, very specifically remembers this movie.
Let me ask the listeners if they. I got this confused with another movie.
They can't answer, Candice.
I got this confused with another movie, and I don't know what movie I'm confusing this with. But it's a guy who looks like Robert Loggia. And he says, we were around when your ancestors were still climbing in the trees and falling off of people like bloated ticks when they fed. Very specific line I remember, and I thought that was what this movie was, but it wasn't. And now I'm dying trying to figure out what movie that is.
There's a thing called Google.
Yeah, you could just Google the quote.
I don't know if it's a direct quote. I probably have it messed up.
It'll be close enough.
I kind of remember that line, Candice.
Okay.
I swear to God. I remember that line, and I'm trying to remember.
Was it?
It sounds familiar, the thing with we've been around before, long before your blah, 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 tits and tits or something.
Ticks. And I always like that imagery of like a vampire falling from a tree, sucking someone's blood, and then just being bloated with it like a tick.
Huh. Yeah, was it the movie Ticks?
No, it was not that movie.
Okay. Was it Vampire Ticks from Outer Space 2013?
No, it's definitely not that. This was a 90s movie.
Okay.
Was it a vampire movie, though?
It was a vampire movie. And I think it was hereditary vampires. They were like born vampires because there's like bloodlines and stuff. Yeah, it's driving me crazy.
Oh, Candice's favorite kind of vampire.
With ancestry.
Yeah, she likes the extra lore, dude.
Yeah, she likes a history assignment with her fucking movie. Yeah, let's get real into their genealogy. Yeah. So I've never seen this one. I've seen the cover of it 1,000,000 times, but never seen this one. But Tim, gotta say, buddy, solid fucking movie.
Yeah. You know, the cover really doesn't do it justice because I've seen this cover 1,000,000 times too.
Yeah.
On all different streaming services and everything like that.
Isn't like the cover makes it seem like it's gonna be a much more dramatic film.
Yeah.
Yeah, this cover should be, yo motherfuckers, this is that movie. That's all it needs to have on the fucking cover.
Man.
Yo motherfuckers, this is that movie.
I put that quote into Google. This is interesting. Yeah. Growing evidence of an emerging tick-borne disease that causes Lyme-like symptoms, and some ticks pee all over themselves while they suck blood.
Okay. Oh, cool.
I'm not finding.
Nice. It's going to get my fucking. Gonna get my.
What if vampires piss themselves when they were sucking blood? You're dying, but you're like, Jesus, you smell, dude.
I think I saw somebody was doing one of those ASMR videos about a tick pissing itself. So, makes sense. All right, so let's get on to it here. Now, written by Michael Wolk.
Oh, he's woke.
It's his only writing credit.
Michael Wolk?
Wolk. W-O-L-K.
Okay. Cool.
I guess he went woke and went broke.
Oh, God.
His only writing credit. Directed by hero of Tim Yobo, John Landis. Now, If you're not familiar with his work, American
He's big
Werewolf.
on population control.
He's big on population control, especially with the youth. No, Animal House, Coming to America, American Werewolf is the big one. Blues Brothers, yeah, of course.
You know, he showed up at the memorial service uninvited and gave a speech. He just forced himself onto the stage to give a speech.
Came with a blank check.
Yeah, that's extra fucking dickbag douchey.
Yeah, pretty douchey. Fair. So, Tim, starring your hero, Anna Paraud.
Anna Paraud.
And
I was proud to watch this movie.
And Tim, she's mostly known for French cinema, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a couple of films that she made that had crossover success in America. One of them, Tim, I'm sure you're very familiar with, The Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought so.
Nope.
She played Queen Anne. No, probably, Tim, you're thinking of Nikita, of course.
La Femme
Yep.
Nikita.
She was Nikita in Nikita, which was later go on
You
to be La
also
Femme Nikita.
butchered her name.
Oh, really? Yep. Go for it.
It's Anne.
That's okay. She butchers
she
English.
She does a very thick accent. It's Anne Pariot. Pariot.
Yeah. Anne Pariot.
I appreciate it because sometimes her accent is so bad, and obviously she can't get certain lines out that they have to use a voice modulator on her. So they could have somebody else.
I read that in the trivia that John Landis refused to dub over her lines, even though she had a really thick accent, and some people had trouble understanding it.
Yeah, I thought she did a decent job. I mean, considering
I gotta say, I don't think she was a very good actress in this movie. Maybe it was the accent, and she was struggling with English. I don't know.
Maybe. Her mannerisms were really good. But some of her line deliveries were a little held back, left a little on the table. But
But her eyebrows.
She got a great she's really good at playing that. I'm innocent. I'm not gonna eat your entire face off.
But I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim. So her or the vampire from Rabid? Who's your vampire broad?
Oh, La Femme Nikita.
Really? Over Marilyn Chambers?
Yeah.
Damn.
What about her?
Daniel, what about you?
Life Force?
Oof.
Oh.
Now you got him.
This is a Sophie's choice.
Now you got him. Okay, for Dan, while you're thinking about it, Daniel, I got one for you.
I'm going to keep thinking about it.
Is it the Yandere vampire or the werewolf, Daniel?
I gotta go. I like a beast. I gotta go werewolf.
You want a werewolf? Nice.
Yeah, I'll take Sheba. Werewolf bitch.
Oh, man. So then we've got Anthony LaPaglia as Joe Gennaro. Great name. Over 110 credits this dude has. Been in a few things. By the way, in this cast, you're going to see a ton of everybody.
Character actors and cameos.
Character actors, yeah.
Continuously throughout this whole movie, I kept going, oh, fuck.
Oh, him, oh, him, oh, that, yeah. That.
Oh, no, I mean, just like,
while you're beating off?
Yeah. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
3 times? It's barely 15 minutes in.
It's going raw.
Let me just say this. I watched this movie, and my wife was out with her girlfriends, so she came home a little tipsy. She didn't know
God.
Jesus, Tim.
Jeez.
So did you, fall from the roof like a tick?
Yeah, and then I put the handcuffs on, and I bent over and just let it go.
You just stuff your baguette in her.
Oh, that fucking handcuff scene. God damn. What a good movie. Thanks. Let's just think about that handcuff scene for a minute, Daniel.
Yeah, John Landis got some things to work
That
out.
guy-
That was a pretty good scene. That was a pretty good move. Ideas.
Candice.
Put that in the notebook for later.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, huh.
No. I got a major problem with that scene. We'll get to it when we get to it. But
I like the creative
at
woman.
that point, he should have already trusted
So, yeah,
her.
this motherfucker, he was in Tales from the Crypt, the series. He of course, was in Empire Records. He was in Analyze This and Analyze That, Tim. I'm sure you're a big fan of those two movies.
Never saw it.
But the big one for him, he's in 160 episodes of Without a Trace.
Yep. That's a
Jack
big one.
Malone. He's the guy. Oh, and he was in So I Married an Axe Murderer. That piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Holy
been a
shit,
while.
that's right.
That movie sucks. Robert Loggia.
No, he's just pinning a
with
billion
an
fucking
X.
things.
I was trying to remember
Fucking
his stand up.
terrible.
I saw
Whoa,
that in the drive-thru.
I watched that. I watched like the first 10 minutes of that, like maybe like a year ago. No, get the fuck
I laughed at it when I was a kid, but
Nope.
I haven't seen it in a while.
You should, yeah. You know what?
the fucking big coffee cup.
Check
Come
back
on.
in on that one. That's a good one for you, Daniel. Robert Loggia playing Sally the Shark Maselli. And god
Woo!
damn,
He brought it, just chewing up the scenery. No pun
Oh
intended.
man,
had so much fun.
yeah, this was so weird for me to see, like, esteemed actor Robert Loggia in ghoul makeup
Mhm.
talking about, lighting the world on fire and sucking everyone's blood, and that was weird.
Fucking amazing.
He had a great fucking time with this. Of course,
And
you
honestly,
remember. Okay.
Genuinely intimidating early in the film. Yeah.
Mm.
Then he slowly
Yeah,
becomes like a funny grandpa. But anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
Before he became basically like a cartoon mob vampire toward the end of it.
I'm gonna make you a
But
made
no, he was
man.
great, dude. So, of course, you remember him from Scarface as Frank Lopez. He was in Lost Highway. That's something some of our weird fucking
I've seen
listeners
it.
probably are really into. Lost Highway is fun. It's a good movie. And other than that, Psycho 2. Speaking of horror, he was in that fucking thing.
Holy shit, that's right. I just watched that like a couple months
Yeah.
ago.
You know what? Actually, not that bad. Psycho 2. You go back.
No, it isn't. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Then you have got David Proval as Lenny, the guy that keeps getting shot in the foot and just beat up through the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, the guy with those crazy ass fucking eyes, man. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that dude looks
They're dead and stupid at the same
like
time.
my cat. I had a cat that was born with a fucked up brain. It's kind of got those eyes. Anyhow, yeah, he was in Monster Squad, Friday the 13th, the series, Tim, but probably best known as
I can
Tony
believe
from
it.
Mean Streets. Then you've got Chaz Palminteri playing Tony, who you might remember from Usual Suspects, Bronx Tale, and he was the voice of Buster in Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure.
Oh my god.
Scamp's
The
Adventure.
bitch is
back.
back.
Bitch is back. Oh, that'd be the best. Oh, goddamn. They got to do that shit, right? It's proper.
Disney's too woke
yeah.
for that title.
That's true. Then you've got Tony Cicero as Jacko. Of course, that's Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos, Tony Stacks from Goodfellas, and the mobster voice from every Fox adult cartoon. He was in literally fucking everything.
Wow.
It's insane.
Well, that's a good way to make
So,
money.
like, is he like
Yeah.
was he like in Futurama, where it's like, I'm gonna put the clamps on him.
Futurama. Yep. He wasn't the clamps guy. I love that dude, but that was Joe DiMaggio or whatever. No, he was in Futurama, American Dad. I think he was in The Simpsons, but he was definitely in Family Guy.
When is Futurama coming back, right? They're doing like a reunion show
They
or
are.
something?
The series is not coming back, but yeah,
It's a series that won't die.
yeah, no kidding, man. They've canceled it and brought it back up. That's like I was just seeing shit on the new Aqua Teen Hunger Force special that's coming out.
That never went away. They just kept changing the name. It was literally the exact
Yeah,
same thing
that's
every
true.
single time.
Let's change the name every time. Yeah, and that different intro thing, and yeah, that was awesome. So then you got Kim Coates as Ray. Probably remember them from being in the Silent Hill movie, as well as playing Bennett in Resident Evil Afterlife. I try to find...
Kim Coates?
What's that? Yeah, Kim Coates. I'm trying to find the horror credits.
He was in Resident Evil?
He was in Resident Evil Afterlife.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's one of those...
I'm trying to find people's fucking horror.
In this movie, he looks so much like that guy. What the fuck is the guy's name from... The Nazi guy from Man in the High Tower?
I've never seen it.
Candice,
Nope.
You watch the show?
Oh, yeah, he does kind of look like that guy. Yeah, when he was younger.
That was in Dark City.
Oh, yeah,
fuck,
this
yeah.
guy.
The Matrix 1
They
year
have a
before the Matrix
similar
came out.
facial kind of structure.
And the hair, too. Like that
hair.
curly, tight hair.
Yeah, I like me. I like Kim Coates, dude. I think he's awesome. I honored him in Officer Down, which is like a really action movie,
Bad
bullets everywhere. Just don't think.
Orgasms all over the place.
Oh, shit. He was in The Amityville Curse, too, in 1990. Fuck. I didn't realize that.
There's a new Amityville movie coming out, too. I saw it on one of my streaming apps.
Crazy. Because they already went to space. Where else can they go?
No, it's a crazy-ass one, too, because it's like Amityville, and like the rest of the title like can have absolutely, positively nothing at all to do with anything even related to Amityville, the state or the city.
Weird.
Or the town.
So it's just Amityville by name?
Something Amityville Sleepaway Camp. Or
Something
like
Amityville Sleepaway
Even that
Camp.
would make too much
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then we've got Marshall Bell, who plays Marsh. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a bloody buddy.
Who is it?
He played sexy Coach Schneider in Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Oh, yeah.
Who's also... Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's okay.
He was also General Owens in Starship Troopers. And best of all, George / Quado in Total Recall.
Hell yeah. Open your mind.
Fucking love that movie.
Great.
All right, we'll round up some of the other cameos when they pop up, but I just wanted to knock
You're
out
really
here.
not
Angela
going to
Bassett,
talk
of course.
about, like, Don Rickles?
I'm not done yet. Save the best for last, Candice. Angela Bassett is U.S. Attorney Sinclair. So many things. Of course, Black Panther, Strange
Vampire
Days,
in Brooklyn.
Contact, and Vampire in Brooklyn. I was just about to say, we got to do that for a No-Vampr.
We got to. It's true.
She was in one of the good seasons of American Horror Story.
Yeah, the Coven one. That one was really good.
The Coven. There you go. Yeah, she's really good in that one.
I still have yet to
She's
watch.
amazing. She looks gorgeous.
She's so good.
I've yet to watch any episode of American Horror Story.
Yeah, it's hit or miss, but it's not bad.
They're good.
Yeah, I hear about it, but some seasons are good.
It's nice the way they kind of like tie all the seasons together a little bit. Well, maybe not
it's like
all
a loose
the seasons,
through
but I think what?
It's really weird, yeah.
And underutilized in this movie, because I love this fucking dude, Luis Guzman.
Oh, yeah.
Who would go on
Love me some Guzman, dude.
Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. Amityville Clown House.
Amityville Clown House.
That's the movie that I saw.
Where the food
So he
is
plays-
funny.
So Luis plays Morales because, of course, he does. He would go on to play Gomez Adams and piss off the internet.
Because Raul Julia's white. I don't know if you know this or not.
Yeah. Gomez Adams was a white boy, apparently. Of course, he was Maurice in Boogie Nights, and everybody's favorite. He was in Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a movie.
He's really good in Carlito's Way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Carlito's Way is a damn good movie.
Yeah.
Then we got cameos. We got Tom Savini, who plays a photographer.
Oh, man, when he popped up, I was like, holy shit!
Yep.
I like his like fake New York act, like that accent he does is so good.
Did anybody?
Oh no, not Tom Savini. I'm thinking of Sam Raimi.
Oh, okay. I was just about to bring him up. Sam Raimi
like chewing
playing
gum
the butcher.
Why is he so puffy in this?
He was kind of a chubbier dude.
He was probably snacking on deli meat the whole time. Tim?
Yeah, they gave him. That's how they paid him.
They're like, that's made out of styrofoam. That's going to be a pillow.
Yeah, Dario Argento played the medic, the EMT.
That's right.
Yep. And last but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, Don Rickles as Manny.
He's the consigliere,
I love seeing
right?
a vampire.
Pretty much, yeah.
I love seeing a vampire Don Rickles. I wish we could have got more vampire Don Rickles in my life.
More Don Rickles in a movie is always okay with me. You think this part got him the part in Casino?
No. I don't think so. He was.
It's kind of the same
very
character.
Very good friends
bit, right?
with Sinatra.
Don Tickle My Pickle Rickles.
Really?
No.
I think honestly, he could have asked for favors for a long. Like he could have been in a lot of movies. I think he just didn't want to bother asking. But
yeah, he wasn't in a ton of movies. But okay, so what's everybody's favorite Don Rickles movie or appearance?
Dirty Jobs.
Dirty Work.
Yeah, sorry,
nice
not
try,
Dirty
though.
Jobs.
Yeah, I got to go Dirty Work too. Yeah, I like that movie.
You baby monkey. You look like a baby gorilla.
Look at you. What if you get a donkey? Move up in the mountains. Don't bother anybody. All right, fun time's over. Piece of shit. Oh, I love that. And if you hear Artie Lange's behind the scenes story about filming that, he was insulting the crew like as who they actually are rather than in the movie. He's like, all right, action, Don. He goes, what the fuck am I doing here in a movie directed by Bob Saget? You know, I was just working with Scorsese. Yeah. I told him, I got to go. I'm going to go be on set for Bob Saget. The man grabbed his chest.
There will never be, and probably just because he was one of a kind and just because of the times that we live in, another insult comic.
No, he was great. My favorite story of his, and I'll drop it here, is he apparently he would be down in Vegas at a casino with a young lady having dinner, you know, and he noticed Frank Sinatra sitting at a table across the way. It's my favorite story, Tim. So he would tell the waiter, hey, there's my friend Sinatra. Tell him to come over here and say hi. And, you know, then the waiter would go over there. He'd do this in secret, right? So then he's talking to the lady, and then Sinatra comes over there. Hey, Don. He's like, Frank, don't bother me. I'm with someone. Fucking love it,
Classic.
Dude. How many fucking beds were made because of that one right there?
What a guy. All right, so that's what I got for credits. There's a couple of other not big cameos in here, but you know, feel free to shout them out when you see somebody that I might have missed.
All right.
I'm going to shout out some titties because that's where we start. we start.
The real star of this one
is the twins. No, because it just specifically like opens on her naked, moping around a hotel room.
Look, she just
whining that she
just went through a bad breakup. I know when I get through a bad breakup, I silhouette myself nude in the window.
Yeah, and you whine about how you're hungry
for Italian,
and, horny. Yeah, look at all the newspaper clipping of dead mobsters. Like, I'm going to go get some Italian. Cut to the mob having a meeting at a diner. We got Lenny. We got Tony. They're watching Godzilla eat a dude.
It's not Godzilla.
It's always fun. It's not Godzilla.
That's
Who is it?
Oh
my God.
Reptilicus. Candice. That was a
Reptilicus? You know I don't like those movies.
I'm 90% sure that's Reptilicus. Hey, listeners, write in.
Candice, they don't actually write
Yeah,
you know?
You're the only one.
No, I'm convinced that Eddie gets like inbox flooded with fan mail for me answering my questions, and he refuses to tell me.
Oh yeah.
No, he's answering back as you.
I have to write though, like by hand, your fucking shitty letters.
Take a
back
picture
to them,
of it.
like your
send that picture of
fucking fan fiction. What was the fan fiction you were writing?
Anne Rice.
As a kid, Anne Rice. Ugh, gross. Is that why you wanted to do Queen of the Damned?
Yup.
Oh, gross.
Is that what the fan fiction was based
Louis, obviously. On? Yeah.
That's gross.
I was 13 writing fan fiction about Lestat and Louis and me.
Ugh. And you, yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're all like,
you the new Claudia.
Let's go. Let's go find a semi-mediocre 13-year-old girl in the middle of nowhere, Lestat. Sure. Oh, man. So you were a real Candice Sue in those stories, I'll bet.
Yeah, everybody loved me. You know, it was really hot and popular. Moved to a new school.
So I love I love that they so Sal has his two buddies here, Lenny and Tony, escorted to the basement of the diner. And this is where we get to see Sal, just like you said, Daniel, chewing up the scenery, going off about this fucking toaster oven.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like a Yobo scene, you know?
Yeah. Talking First about dirty Koreans stealing ideas?
Yeah.
I put a note in here. I was like, so are mafia dudes like the big city rednecks? Because they just love being racist. That's like their favorite thing in the world. They have a certain look that they always have to maintain, a certain lifestyle that they like, and they love being racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just comes with
being a redneck mafia dude.
Well, yeah. It's one of those things that there are certain things that you only have if you're either very wealthy or very poor, right? So like having a lot of cars, right? Either if you're very poor, you have a lot of cars, or if you're very wealthy, you have a lot of cars. Right. Let's see here. Single income families, right? If you're very poor, you might have that situation, but if you're very wealthy, you might have that. But then
they have more in common than they thought.
They really do, yeah. So there you go, racism.
Can't we all get along?
Racism is a product of very poor or very wealthy. Oh, man. So, yeah, he's bitching about the Koreans stealing all of our ideas. And he's like, hey, and by the way, didn't you steal something from me? Because where did this fucking thing come from?
But, hold on. Just another thing. This is John Landis, right? This is... At this time, nobody's worrying about fucking Korea. No. It would either be Japan, which would make a lot more sense in the 90s. Japan, right? Because that's when their economy was booming. They were kicking our ass on everything.
Yeah, toward the end of their economy, yeah.
Or China, maybe. But why pick Korea?
I don't know.
Oh. It's a weird country to pick. Because, again, like I said, now a lot of people know about Korea because of K-pop and all the other shit. But in 1992, who the fuck knew anything about
manufacturing wise, they were coming up. Kia was coming around.
Yeah, but
oh, that's true. Yeah, the automotive industry.
Kia but that car maker is from the 80s, and they were starting.
Maybe the writer was a Korea War veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to say, lots of people who go see this movie are like reading the Financial Times and go, wow, Korea.
And also, he may have just been trying to avoid any cliche ones. Like,
that's fair. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah,
honestly, it's a minuscule detail.
Maybe he just hates Koreans. Were like the children that he killed, were they Korean?
It's honestly a minuscule detail that doesn't affect the outcome of the film, and it annoys me that you brought it up.
Yeah, Tim.
And this is why I hate this show. I gotta go.
Goodbye, motherfucker.
So yeah, then he much like Daniel,
they're already here, bitch.
Much like Daniel would like to do, he takes the toaster oven and just starts beating the shit out of him, fucking with it. He's like, because the dude apparently hijacked a truck and didn't cut him in on it. He's like, all right, well, you're fucking dead now. So he tells Joe, hey, shoot him. Joe hesitates, and Sal grabs the gun. He's like, nah, you shoot him like this, and bam, shoots him.
Yeah, it's really obvious.
And as soon as I saw this...
I was going to say, it's really obvious that what's-his-name is a cop.
Oh, no kidding.
That's exactly what I was going to say. As soon as that happens, I'm like, he's an undercover cop.
He does.
Yeah.
Try to do his Robert De Niro.
He didn't even say anything racist. You could just tell.
Yeah. Should have had a problem with Koreans, right, Tim?
It's just implied.
Tim. Always with your agendas, Tim. I don't know what your problem is with Koreans.
I'm getting paid a lot of money by the South Korean.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so you have to bring it up wherever you can.
Hey, come to Korea. We won't steal your ideas. I try. Promise.
Anyhow, so they get out of there. Joe and Tony get the fuck out of there, right? And Tony hands Joe a gun. He's like, look, man, we're in the mob. Some shit's about to go down here. Clearly, this dude's fucking unhinged. You're going to need a gun.
Yeah, they're at war.
Because either you're going to do some shooting or you're going to get shot at, one or the other. Joe notices a van. He's like, oh, shit. I think those are fucking pigs. And he goes over and just busts in the window and apparently that like hurts the cop's fucking eyes. Like, oh shit, my eyes!
The fucking glass.
I started
shattering,
laughing at this scene. It just is so unexpected.
It's very silly. I love it though. But so then he drags him off. He's like, Joe, you can't fucking do that. Get the fuck out of there. So they flee the scene from the cops, and both of them bump into Maria. But first she bumps into Joe, and she's like, nah, you're not my type.
He has...
Well, she says, rule number 1, I never play with my food. And then she proceeds to pick up trash from Maria and play with the food.
She says that, what's-his-face, the first Joe. Was Joe the first guy? Yeah.
Yep.
That he has sad eyes. Whatever that means.
And she did a Michael Myers and Corey. She's like, oh.
She could tell he's a simp.
Okay. So she's going to have him subscribe to her OnlyFans? OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the vampire OnlyFans.
Yeah, he's willing. She knows he'll
But they don't appear in video.
You know, Eddie.
They do in this, though.
Even better. Just put a camera there and just tell guys there's a hot vampire chick there, just like going to town on herself.
Yeah. And have like and have like a vibrator hanging from a wire, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
kind of wiggle it.
She just have a green screen with a green suit, like jacking off a dildo.
They're like, so what's your side project? Oh, I'm a vampire orgy color commentator.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Somebody can, in ASMR, describe to you what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's really raising the stakes here. She's practically impaling herself on that
Damn, Eddie, you're on fire.
So, yeah, she drags his ass off, and she's like, let's go see the sights. I know a real nice park we can drive off to and fuck.
Oh, and she puts a Frank Sinatra disc in the CD player. Remember CD players in cars?
Yeah.
No, you don't, Tim. You've never even been in a car.
Yeah, that's true, Tim.
I've been in cars, yes.
I've been in cars.
I've been in the front seat of some cars.
He remembers 8 tracks in cars.
He remembers AM radio.
God, you remember when people had those drums of like 100 CDs they'd put in the trunk of their car?
Fuck yeah, I remember. I had a friend that had like this dope ass. It was this giant plastic box that they hooked to the back of his trunk, and he had like 200 CDs in this big thing, and it would like, I guess, play from back there, and he could just shuffle through like 200.
Oh yeah, albums. Where you had like the.
And we thought he was
where you had the ones that would automatically change CDs that you have stored in there. Yeah, that was the high end stuff.
Yep. You could program it.
Meanwhile, every time you were in his car, it was the same CD, right?
Yeah, it was just Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Just Smash
Mouth. I was going to say Deftones. Usually those guys are big Deftones fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Deftones has a lot of good bass, you know.
Just sang Deftones at karaoke a couple of weeks ago. It's such an easy one when you're drunk because he kind of sounds drunk. He's like, hey, you, big star. It's really easy.
Oh, you gotta try Pearl Jam.
Oh, yeah, you don't even have to know the words for that one. Yeah,
they can't even put the words on the fucking screen. It's just something.
Nirvana works that way too. You kind of just
most
scream.
grunge.
Yeah,
just kind of stay in the area of the note, and you're good.
Yeah. So she starts trying to hook up with the old Tony here, and Tony's putting the moves on her too up in the lovers lane, weird fucking park, quote unquote, that they're parked in.
Yeah, here's the way my mind works. Like, I wonder how many people fucking drove off that cliff.
Exactly. A lot of Thelma and Louise action going on up here. But no, she goes in to get some fuck going on, and he says, hey, why don't we move this to the back seat? And she's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And then we get the first shot of the red eyes. Now, I got to ask you guys, what do you think of the eyeball effects in this movie?
There's something all right. Especially when she has, like, mood eyes. Like, changes color.
I know.
Yeah, she does have mood eyes.
She's like a moon ring, but with eyeballs. I like it. It kind of reminds me of the old troll doll eyes from the 90s. They had those big, colorful eyes.
They're, like, faceted and kind of sparkly. I kind of like them. I don't think they're scary at all.
Cool.
But they're interesting.
The red...
No. they're nice. I was like, hold on, let me smoke a joint first.
The red caught me off guard the first time, but then it gets kind of old when you've seen it, when they show it. But the first time I was like, whoa, that's kind of fucking dope. Yeah. But what is y'all's opinion on the whole no fangs thing? They just open your throat open.
Weird.
No one has fangs in this movie.
I liked it.
They also never used the phrase vampire in this movie.
That's true. They never use the phrase. Yeah, I like it because she just takes a chunk out of his neck. And
which we are capable of.
And I was like, oh, that's nice. This is a lot gorier than you would expect.
Daniel, you been biting chicks' neck open?
No, but I know I could. I know I have the jaw strength to really tear someone's throat out.
Wow. It's just by the grace of your goodwill.
Ever since I saw that movie Frontiers. I don't know if you remember the ending of that. Yeah. I was like, I think I could do that to someone. If I really needed to survive, I could rip someone's throat out. No problem. And I have pretty good jaws. I think I could pull it off.
You've been setting up those ballistics dummies forged in fire, ripping out throats.
I have so many. Yeah, I have a bunch in my garage just rip throats out.
Someone walks in, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like Patrick Swayze's throat rip, but it's with my mouth.
It will kill.
Daniel, me and you, if we got together and we started fighting people, I was like, dang, we could
finger in their asses and bite in their neck.
Yeah.
Could kill every cabbie in New York.
Well, you gotta go high, go low.
Ever since watching 28 Days Later, I've always wondered what it felt like to gouge someone's eyes out with my thumbs.
Ooh, that too. Oh, that's got to be squishy. Mm-hmm. Oof.
That's got to be something.
That'd be a good feeling.
I bet you
it probably does. You probably got to get the leverage and really lean into it.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you just have really good grip strength.
They say it's pretty easy to rip a person's ear off, too. I was wondering about that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's super easy to rip somebody's ear off, yeah.
Tim's like, that's how I got my necklace.
Yeah. Tim,
that's how my wife
Tim, we're not talking about Korea anymore, okay? We got to move on.
Oh,
God. Speaking of moving on, she turns and looks at herself in the mirror after what she's done and feels regret. And I just said, we've all been there.
After the jerking off shame,
Yeah. So there's
we all feel it.
Post-nut clarity, but there's also post-nut despair.
Shame. Post-nut shame.
Shame.
Yeah, you never want a mirror around.
Yeah. And especially for me, because my legs are up usually.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Daniel's just getting his ass eaten missionary. Just like... Look, man, you do you. Ain't no problem.
I need both hands to jerk off, dude.
Right. It's an involved process. All right, there's a lot going on down there.
I'm like a Willy Wonka factory machine, dude. Things are going in and out, up and down.
It's very complicated. Got a couple of Oompa Loompas down there.
I got my little helpers
singing a song.
Yeah, they all teach me morals and shit while I'm jerking off.
The fat kid stuck in a pipe.
Just what you want. Yeah.
No. So then the other note I have is, hey, so you can see yourself in the mirror. And she gets pissed and rips the mirror off, cleans herself up. And she's like, all right, then her next rule, Candice, is you have to finish your food. And I was like, that guy didn't come.
True.
I'm sorry, you jerk off every steak you eat?
No, that's her rules, not mine.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how you gotta make sure you gotta make sure the au jus comes out. That's how you know you finished your food.
Yeah.
Well, it really plays fast and loose because, like you said, nobody actually says vampire in this thing. But there are some things that are very vampire-like, and there's some things that aren't. And I'm getting the opinion of what she's doing is she's fucking blowing these people's heads off and doing shit like that because she's walking around with the fucking sword.
It's very undead zombie kind of. They'll come back.
I think she specifically says that you have to disconnect the brain from the nervous system, and that's how you for real kill them. So I guess just destroying the brain works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so later on, I'm thinking to myself, well, guess what, idiots? This doesn't really make you that much
if you get
shot
in the head, you get
killed in the underworld, does it?
Yeah, specifically at the end, yeah.
Fuck those Colombians! Fuck them! We'll take over the whole goddamn... bang! Right in the head.
If you had an army of a bunch of fucking spaghetti boys, that are all fucking vampires, then that's... That's different, but
bunch of fucking vampires charging it.
It would never work though because they can't have garlic. What the fuck would they do?
The ultimate curse.
You see, here's another problem too: is why has it with all this stuff? Why is it later on when she comes across garlic it's such a problem? Because I would imagine that she's probably been smelling it a lot.
Because it's a joke, Tim. It's a bit. Anyhow.
I can imagine what these dudes taste like.
Oh, that's so greasy.
Oh, it's like
Candice.
It's like, well, if you eat pineapple, your cum tastes better. If you eat so much garlic, damn,
oof,
what the fuck?
That's gotta you gotta taste in the back.
Oh
of the
god,
throat.
it'd be like acid going down the back of your throat.
I was gonna say like an aioli, but all right, Candice. So next morning we go to the crime scene, and I like the crime scene cleanup guy. He's just like holding the guy's feet. And I'm like, sure, this wasn't a Tarantino thing going on here.
Well, he's
like, hey man,
he's checking for blood settling.
This is how he got it.
Yeah, he's like, look, man, this guy's about 5 quarts low. There's not enough blood here. And then this is when we find out in the movie that Joe's a cop because his chief there blows his cover. U.S. Attorney Sinclair, a.k.a. Angela Bassett's like, look, man, we got to pull you.
Holy fucking shit! When I saw her in this movie,
you shit.
Oh, well, I mean, I won't lie.
No, she was good, man. She was great in this.
I did do Wakanda.
Oh,
wow.
Sorry. See, kid, no, you made me say that joke because I wasn't even thinking that until you said, you came.
No, Tim.
I could have used some more Bastard in this one. I wish she was in some more scenes. This is
the only scene she's in.
Oh wow! See, I thought she's in
later.
More,
she's in a couple of the scenes later.
Oh, okay.
I know she's in another
like
scene.
2.
Barely, yeah.
But
She's in and out. Just she's bopping around.
She's too busy with Vampire.
She's just like, yeah, fair.
you know.
So she just kind of is like, hey, we're going to have to pull you out from being undercover here because you've been there for like 3 years and you're starting to like care about these people. You're not supposed to do that.
No, because the dickhead shows up at a
Right.
fucking crime scene of another mob boss getting killed, and there's cameras all over the place and reporters. Like she said, but he's my friend.
Yeah, he already kind of screwed himself over by going because there's cameras there and like no one's arresting him. So it's like he kind of screwed himself over. So she was like, it's over. Like,
no, he could have gone and he could have been like looking in the crowd.
He could have done
because,
that.
That's his friend. He's trying to see what's going on. But once you go across the fucking police line and people are handing cups of coffee and donuts.
Exactly. He kind of fucked himself.
Didn't help that he was dapping up all the other cops. He's like, hey, man, what's up? Going on? How you doing? Hey, yeah. How's it going? You want a Bismarck, right, motherfucker? Hey, you owe me $5, don't you? You son of a bitch.
Hey, Morales, sorry I missed the quinceañera.
Did she get the present? I sent a present. I'm like, no. Well, I didn't send the present. I'm a piece of shit. Anyhow.
Sorry, I was in character.
Yeah. They sent her a toaster oven from Korea.
Korea?
It's all dented.
Bloody.
He got it on sale.
It fell off a truck. No, so yeah, then
which, by the way, I just like to point out that by 1992, I think the whole world pretty much had the schematics down for toaster ovens. So I don't know what he was getting off by saying he was stealing their products, stealing our products. People really, right? It's not like top secret.
How popular were toasters? Oh no, that's right. Because he was saying that you can't use a microwave because it'll make your calzone.
Your calzone look like a limp dick.
Limp like a.
They're the air fryer of that time. Toaster ovens were the craze. Everyone wanted.
They're
one.
Still an air fryer. You just put a fan in it.
It's true.
It's an air fryer. So
I love my air fryer though.
No, they are nice. They're nice to have, man. So, they blow his cover, and you see it on the front page of the news, And Sal.
Mamma mia, he's a rat.
Well, Candice did her Italian accent. Tim had to do his, so it's okay. Then Sal finds out about this. He's like, all right, we got to fucking kill this guy, right? Then his lawyer, Don Rickles, is like, look, man, don't kill a cop, okay? Let's just get the fuck out of here, because what they're going to do is they're going to RICO act your ass and they're going to take all your fucking money. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? He's right.
It's all good advice, yeah.
He's doing his job.
But then I like Sal's point is like, "What, you afraid you're not going to get paid?" Like, is that?
That was pretty funny. That was quick.
Lawyer humor.
Yeah. Lawyer jokes.
Yeah, John Landis, I guess he hates lawyers.
Who doesn't hate lawyers? Who likes lawyers? Who's like, you're a lawyer? Oh, that's awesome.
It is, you know what? No, Candice, it is a very important job. I mean, there's a lot of fucking scumbag lawyers out there, but at the end of the day, if we didn't have lawyers, yeah, probably be better.
You know what? Don't listen to me. Shut up.
The weirdest line of thinking. He just 180.
I evolved my way of thinking of lawyers.
I've just got to say, as a white guy with a decent income, I like lawyers. They're very good people. They're very helpful.
Yeah, they come in handy.
If you fuck around on spring break, you can kind of get out of some shit. Yeah. So,
it's true.
Yeah. No, they're terrible. So, John Rickles, he's warning. He's like, look, man, they're going to come for your fucking money. We need to be prepared. So Sal's like, nah, fuck that noise. We're going to go, get some revenge on him. Oh, and by the way, this is when you see Tom Savini taking pictures.
And that's when I'm like, holy shit, that's Tom Savini.
And Sal tells his boys, like, go beat that guy's ass. And they're like, all right. So they chase him. Then he fucking drives off. And
he's so funny without saying any words. It's just his goofy face. He looked freaked out.
Like we said in that Knight Riders episode on Grindbent, he's an incredible fucking actor. I don't know why he didn't get more fucking...
Because he refuses to shave that mustache. He just is like, nope.
Work that shit in, man. Jesus
I think he's awesome.
It's always fun, man. He always adds something, You're never pissed when you see him on the screen. I'll put it that way.
Now, Candice, you saw Knight Riders.
No, he's surprisingly good. I've only seen him in bit parts, but that was the first starring role I had seen him in, and he's good. He's genuinely good.
So this is when Sal runs into Marie, and it's like, "Hey, why don't we go over to my place? Have a little late night dinner." So they.
Well, she's talking to Deadeye.
Yeah, she's talking to Lenny first, and Sal's.
I keep wanting to call him Luigi, but Lenny.
Luigi. Yeah, she's talking to Luigi, and they fucking dead-eyed Luigi, and but no, Sal swoops in. He's like, "Why don't you, get in the back of the limo here with me, baby?" And they drive off to the safe house for a little late night dinner.
And of course, they have to outmaneuver everybody in their giant ass limousine. Cars that are known for their maneuverability.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why Luigi gets paid the big
I think
bucks.
it's the first of many multi-car pileups that happen in this movie.
I was going to say the car stuff.
It's a John Landis movie. There's always car crashes.
The thing is that Luigi ran over...
Thank God it was only cars crashing in this.
Damn. The thing is that Luigi ran over the power-up and he got the 3 banana peels.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, that makes sense. But you always got to keep one behind you in case someone throws a red shell.
Yeah, that's
exactly
true. So
he found the secret route because he goes down a weird alley and he loses them immediately.
Yeah, he finds the shortcut. He drops a banana peel, finds the shortcut. They all spin out behind him. Bowser waves his arm in the air like, you son of a bitch. You know how long it takes Bowser to get back up to speed, man. So they're long gone.
Yeah, he's only for the most experienced drivers.
It's true. Bowser. It's true. So they get back to his place, and it's a real sex place. You walk in the front door.
I don't understand how this is set up. Is this a house?
I thought it was a really nice apartment.
But it's on the first floor, right? Because they're walking in. It looks
true.
Maybe it's like a townhouse.
Second or third floor. And then as soon as you walk in, there's a bed.
Townhouse.
That could make sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
You think they have just mob fuck shacks?
Yes.
They're townhouses.
Yes.
You walk in the front door.
Yeah.
There's really. Oh my god! When you watch ghost shows, so many of them are this is Al Capone's love shack on Lake Michigan or some shit like that. There was all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah, the mob shack is a place where you can fuck a vampire.
They won't hear you.
Watch out for that fight.
The windows have bars. This is a terrible place. Because, they walk in and he's like, yeah, it's a good place. Sorry about all the bars on the windows, but, what are you going to do? And
no kidding, he's so creepy.
Speaking of barbarian,
and he has a wolf skin on.
It's the gaudiest, ugliest townhouse I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's hard to look at.
It's pretty rough. Yeah, for sure.
It's one of those things. If you have no money but you have taste,
you mean the opposite of that? You have a lot of money, but no taste.
You don't have taste. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
No money but taste.
Like most things I say, I actually mean the opposite of.
So you're pro Korea, is what you're saying, Tim. No, I love it because the setup is like, okay, as soon as you open the door, there's the couch, so we can go to fucking immediately. Now, if it's a little bit, I got to wine and dine them. Right behind that is the bar. So we could walk to the bar, but next to the bar is the bed. And it's one of those beds that definitely rotates.
Oh, yeah.
So we're good.
Oh, yeah, because he's got the dials. He's got the fucking dials that turn the music on, that turn the lights down. Yeah, so that bed definitely rotates. Yes, you're right. It probably vibrates, too, maybe. Good for his back after all
maybe,
that
yeah. Or you can just lay back and
see him take his truss off and get in the bed.
His girdle.
Yeah. So he's like, all right, my buddy is going to get pissed at us because we're eating his food now. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. We're stopping to eat before we fuck? Like, nothing better than fucking on a full stomach.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that afterwards. It whets the appetite. Makes the food taste better.
Yeah, and he's the fucking mafia boss. Who's going to be mad at him because they ate this fucking
he's
clam?
eating a clam. He's going to be eating a clam, all right.
Whatever the hell that thing is, yeah.
Bearded clam.
Mafia boss don't eat pussy.
Oh, yeah,
I think there was a whole Sopranos episode about that.
Because it's gay,
pussy, right?
Remember? In the fucking Sopranos, their whole thing was that that is...
Was it? Wait, hold on.
No.
Was I right?
That was a Sopranos thing. That totally. And the only reason I bring it up is because it was in the fucking Sopranos, and I'm like, wow, how? That is the stupidest fucking logic I've ever heard in my life. First of all, homophobic and idiotic. But secondly, what the hell? I only suck dick because that's straight.
Well, you know what my question to that guy would be, Eddie? Yeah, I was just going to say, do you like getting your dick sucked? Because that's a real gay thing. Gay guys do that all the time. So you must be gay too, right? Well, like Elaine said in Seinfeld, they have
access
to the
equipment
24/7. So.
They know
that's
how to
what
work
I said, and you guys were like, oh, that's so stupid. I was like, would you be better at pleasuring someone of your own sex because you already have the equipment?
No, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be enthusiastic about it.
If I was into it, I could blow a dude for sure to completion, but I'm just not into it. So I don't think I would, like Eddie said, I wouldn't be enthusiastic.
All right, so tonight we found that tonight we found out two things about Daniel that he's like just an inch away from doing: biting some chick's neck out
and blowing a guy,
and just blowing a guy.
No, he didn't. He said he's got no interest in it, Tim.
I like the dedication to completion.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, and I don't think I would be that good at it.
That's why it's called a job, okay?
And I really don't think I'd be good at it. I've brushed my teeth enough where like I have such a sensitive gag reflex. I'd be the worst. Like especially if I'm sucking some real hog. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have to cheek it. You just have to.
But let's face it. I mean,
that's it.
We know what's good.
Just work that magic in.
And it's not the cheeking it. Let me tell you that.
Yeah,
anyway,
Tim.
Let's go on.
Well, they make like numbing gel you can put on the back of your throat.
Yeah, but then that's going to numb the cock too.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's going to take longer and longer.
Well, then you really got to work your magic.
Jesus. It's got to let him slap you around a little bit, and then he can finish you faster. Works for me. So so he starts putting the moves on her, but she's not feeling it. And she's not feeling the fucking dinner either because it's mussels and garlic sauce. So she's like, I got to get the fuck out of here. She dipped back to the bathroom, and he tries to fucking Weinstein her ass back there.
Oh, how incredible is that? Because she looks like she's ready. Because he says, if you're going to throw up, the bathroom's over there. And she's not in that bathroom for like 15 fucking seconds before he's moseying into the fucking bathroom. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
let her fucking throw up. Yeah. What the hell?
IMDb tag says that have rear entry sex. So maybe she's like hunched over the toilet throwing up while he's banging it to her. I know.
I think that's later on we get that.
It was a joke.
No, Candice.
Hour and 14 minutes.
Candice read that in the tags, and she was just waiting the whole time. She's like, all right, when are we going to get the fucking people getting pounded out from behind? When are we going to get there? I'm 20 minutes into the fucking movie. It's 2 hours long. What? Come on. So
I'm really surprised there's an actual tag on that website.
I'm not. Have you read the comments in that fucking website?
Rear female nudity and rear entry sex. was like the 2 tags.
Yeah, rear female nudity. Like,
just say,
you mean
just
ass?
Say, buttocks or something.
Buttocks?
You can't say ass because it's the internet.
All right, Grandma.
Her gluteus.
So then he starts kissing on her, and he's got garlic breath, so she's not digging that. Tries to get away, but then when they do kiss, it's not even a problem for her. She's not like, her face doesn't start melting or anything,
Maybe he didn't use tongue. He's old school.
Yeah, he's respectful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, he's old school. He's using his tongue.
He's a romantic. So then,
he barely knows her.
She flashes the red eyes and rips out his fucking throat, throws him into a tub, and they're struggling. And dude, Sal fires off a warning shot into the air. This gets the driver's attention. Then shoots her. But she ends up killing his ass in the tub. The driver breaks in and she escapes.
But you don't see where she escapes to.
No.
I mean, you find out. You find out later where, but for like 10, 15 solid minutes, I'm like, where'd she go? Because the bars aren't ripped out of the windows or anything.
It's a reverse Santa. She goes up the chimney and his sack is still full. So... And her stockings aren't stuffed.
Wow. Did
just
you have that loaded up?
Just like he was.
Just like a load he's got.
No, I'm doing real good because it's No Nut November, so I got a lot of clarity going on in my brain right.
Oh, okay. So no donuts for you then.
Yeah, no donuts. Hey, you know what? I haven't had a donut.
That's exactly what it means.
Daniel,
I like how all the men in Candice's life get away with
everybody
just
gaslights Candice. It's great. To the degree where your husband had to tell you, don't trust or believe Eddie. By the way, Daniel, if you didn't catch this one, Candice's
I think I said it off air.
Yeah, Candice's son told her that because she told her kid she has a podcast, which... That's a different problem entirely. Her son told her, like, the theme next month should be No Nut November.
Yep. My 11-year-old son said that, yep.
And the Candice is like, well, son, what do you mean by that? And he goes, I don't know, donuts. Because whenever I see it, it's pictures of the people with donuts.
Yep. That's what he told me. I was like, you little fucking liar, but I can't prove anything, so I can't say anything.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, really.
No, the best part is thinking that Candice's son is listening
right
to this
now.
podcast.
Yeah, laughing. Anyhow.
Somebody just mentioned about some kind of jelly you can buy that numbs the back of your throat.
You're going to have like a bunch of busted eggs in your fridge because he just hears us talking about eggs.
What the fuck keeps happening to all of our eggs?
Your kid is beaten.
What am I going to do to this?
Your kid has loaded the movie up on the Plex, beaten off to it twice, fucked an egg, hates the Koreans, and now he knows that he's gaslighting you. What's his first name? I'll give him a shout out. Candice's son. Shout out to you. It's probably something stupid like Levi or Sage. Sage, shout out to you. Your hesitation speaks volumes. So anyhow, yes, she reversed Santa's. She reversed Santa's out of the place, and this is when Sal gets drug off by the EMTs, right? And we then cut to Joe trying to chase her down, because he stumbled around there. Oh, by the way, is this a thing when they stick meat thermometers in dead guys?
Right off the bat? Yeah. Like, are they seeing when they're done?
They're taking the internal temperature. Call me crazy.
With a meat thermometer?
I mean,
but do you leave it in?
Wouldn't you take that with you? Because that's your tool.
Yeah.
You'd keep it in your little doctor carrying case.
I mean,
Maybe there's like a big bucket at the morgue with just like
It
all these
pops
meat
out.
thermometers.
Yeah.
Take
It's a
one,
tender
leave one.
timer they stuff in his ass. It just pops out. All right, he's done. The meat's good. So the other thing I got to complain about, because, okay. So Joe chases her down. He bumps into a convenient dog, by the way, that he just untie.
I love that.
Yes, that's just tied up. Yeah. What's that guy doing that he's tying
I know,
his
he's just
dog
out
up
in the
and leaving it
alley.
outside like that time of the night?
He can't even.
Yeah.
He does. It's on a long chain.
Is he blowing somebody to completion?
Maybe the dog's distracting. I always have trouble with a dog staring at
Yeah,
me.
kind of.
Oh, you got your dog.
I think that's a great thing. If you're
Yeah.
a sex worker, get a fucking German Shepherd and
Tim.
bring it with you.
So what you do? Oh, okay, it makes sense, Tim. So you go down the alley, right? You have to find an alley that's a dead end. You tie your dog up at the other end of the alley, right? So then,
That's right.
Tim, when you blow the guy,
If I don't say the magic word in German,
right?
you ain't getting out of the
So
fucking
Tim, after
alleyway.
you've blown the guy down the alley, if he doesn't pay you, then you sick the dog on him. He can't get out.
Yep. And if he kills me, I won't be able to say the magic word. He
That's
won't
right.
be able to get
And
out.
the-
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for me, except
And
for
the
me
dog
being dead.
can warn you if the police are coming, right?
He is a
Yeah.
police dog, right? So the cops might give him a little leeway. They might not stop
Good
and frisk
dog.
that dog.
Hold on. Let me get the rubber gloves.
The cavity search on the fucking dog. Oh god.
You have any drinks tonight, sir?
And you can have the little fucking rescue dog thing of booze for when you need to deaden your soul from the work
It's
that you're doing
but
out
it's
there.
heroin.
No,
Heroin.
it's filled with that with that throat numbing gel. That's what the barrel is.
Mama's got to work late tonight. Let's get extra.
The old Candice Cola. It's just lidocaine and a Coke.
Winter's coming. I got to build it up.
Oh, man. So, yeah, then the dog sniffs her out, chases her down, and she runs up this fucking shimmies up into the roof of this fucking building. And by the way, like, in this is the scene, but before she goes for the nice hot shower scene, we'll get to in a minute. Can she turn into a mist?
Yeah, I think it's like a mist or like a shadow.
Because I know we have Raimi in this, but we get the, like, when they're in the church and he's trying to find her, and she's like, the POV shot of the camera swooping around a la Evil Dead until she gets out of there. What the fuck is going on with that?
Yeah, it was like, it doesn't really show what she is. She's either like a mist or a shadow, or maybe she's a bat. Maybe she can turn into a bat.
I wish.
But they didn't
But
have the
then
budget
I want
for
to see. I want to see the bat. Then I need to see the Spirit Halloween bat flapping.
like in Fright Night.
Eddie, what was the budget on this movie?
It looked like it was up there.
I disagree with you, Candice. I think they had the budget because the people that are in this movie and just the car scenes.
It was a $20 million budget.
Money.
I looked it up.
$20 million. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
It also
For
made
92. Jesus
it
Christ.
also
like,
made
what,
like
60,
$9
$70
million
now?
It did not do well.
Yeah. Did not do well.
Stupid teenagers.
I bet you it did okay in the rental
on the
market.
big screen.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Once
yeah.
word got around.
Yeah. Once the fucking schoolyard pervert word got around.
Hey, this isn't one of those movies that you can watch with your parents like the first 20 minutes and they go, "Oh, it's okay, it's safe," and they get up and leave.
No,
you got to make sure
you grab it and you're like, look, it's like a foreign film. Robert Loggia's in it. I think Don Rickles is in it. His head looks like a peanut. You're not beating off to this, Mom. It's fine.
Yeah, your parents would think it's perfectly fine. Just a mobster movie.
Yeah, you show the back of the cover where they got like all the little box pictures everywhere. You just put your thumb over her face.
Yep, there you go.
Look, it's a mob movie.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, then this is she scurries up the thing. She's taking a shower. He tries to kind of climb up it too. Gets in there with her. Runs. He loses her ass for a while. But meanwhile, we've got Sal goes over to Rickles' place, and we just hear him like knocking bottles over and shit, like he needs a drink.
This whole scene is. This is when the movie goes.
Wait,
like
I'm high. Did we skip over the whole part where he comes back to life?
What? No, okay. Well, yeah. All right.
Yeah. He does when he wakes up in the hospital.
Well, but okay. So,
I'm like, wait a second. Oh, how the fuck are we back?
To me, as soon as he comes back, this movie's a different movie.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Like, it becomes way more comedy tilted to me.
Yeah.
But this could have been a really good movie. If this movie like went serious and like dark with it, I think it would have been a good premise for a movie, right?
Sal, first of all, they've got a meat thermometer in him, and they're like, oh, he's not getting any colder, so that's weird. And also, he needs blood. He doesn't have any blood in him. Like he should have had more blood in him. And the guy's like, I don't know. What do you want me to do about that? They wheel him into the morgue and he burps on the way in. The guy's like, hey, excuse you, man. It's like, look, man, it's just gas. Come on. So he goes to get the bone saw to cut his fucking chest open. Forgot that it was unplugged.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta.
Yeah, I like how he just has 3 bodies laying in the morgue, all chest open. Just I don't know. I'll get to them when I get back.
I liked that though. That shit looks so fucking gross.
It's also surprisingly gory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he bends down to plug the saw in, and I was like, is this where the rear entry sex is going to happen? Because
this guy does look like he touches the bodies.
Yeah.
This guy playing.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking creepy.
No.
Is this Ronnie Cox?
This is apparently...
That's Ronnie Cox.
No, this is apparently another director. This is another director cameo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was someone I'd never heard of before.
Looked like Ronnie Cox.
Is Ronnie Cox the guy from ER? Or... Because he kind of looks like the guy from ER.
Hold on, now I'm looking up the guy's fucking name. I don't know. His name is Joseph. No, it's Rohn Thomas. Rohn space Thomas.
Rohn Thomas. Yeah, I saw that name. Yeah,
apparently he's another director.
It is, but I saw the name in the credits.
Oh, okay, cool. So another cameo.
Frank Oz actually is the pathologist. Apparently he's a director. Okay. Let's see. What's he? The Muppet Show. Okay, hey, look at that.
The Muppet Show.
Frank Oz.
Apparently
yeah, he's
Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones.
Oh, goody. Yeah, Star Wars is fun.
No,
he directed that movie? No, he did not direct it. Oh, yeah.
Director, Muppet Guys. A lot of Muppets. The Stepford Wives, the remake. Apparently he did that. He did Bowfinger.
He directed the
Apparently he directed Bowfinger.
That's a good movie.
The Indian in the Cupboard. What About Bob? He directed What About Bob?
Now they call that... Now it's called The Guardian in the Cupboard.
Oh, he directed Little Shop of Horrors.
Tim, you got that one.
The Commander.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
That's one for you.
You know what's funny is that guy is getting sued. I'm not getting sued, but they're getting ready to take his fucking franchise away from him because he's such a scumbag. Out of like all the NFL owners, he's such a scumbag that they're going to actually take his team away from him. And I sent the email article in the group chat I have with my friend Westy and Vols. And right away, Vols just tweeted back, fuck him.
Whoa.
And I was like, I know the guy didn't even get a chance to read the fucking article. I'm like, I know why he's saying fuck him. Because he changed the name. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, apparently this guy also directed The Dark Crystal.
Oh, there you go. He's good at directing puppets.
Yeah, apparently.
So, there you go.
Yeah, he likes him some puppets.
Yeah.
Look, that's a great way because you can stick your hand up a lot more puppets without getting in trouble on a set than if you did that.
Yeah, puppets haven't started to Me Too yet. So,
at
some point they might.
Can you imagine? Just look at all the video evidence. Every time you see a puppet, there it is, right there.
He made me do horrible things with his hand up my ass.
So,
oh my God! Oh, there's sex puppets.
Yeah. Of course, Tim. The slogan's going to be less up it, more puppet. Oh, man. So,
less uppity.
Yeah, this motherfucker, Sal, wakes up in the morgue. He's like, what the fuck am I doing here? What kind of hospital is this? He's doing a tight 5 on the mortician.
Yeah.
And I love that then he, gets the fuck out of there. And the security guy, he tells the security guy, go get him. He's like, what do you mean? I'm not going to do that.
He's like, you go get him.
Yeah, you go get him. It's like,
also, what did they tell Loja? Did they tell him, Because how do they direct them? Because it's like, so you're going to find out that you're still alive.
Yeah.
You're going to get mad that there's a meat thermometer in you, and you're not sure what's going on. Then you're going to proceed to just scream your lungs out, and push stuff around, and run out of the place. It's just so weird.
We need you to Frankenstein it, and then we need you to get into like a Scooby-Doo chase.
Yes,
with people, because then he runs, and they're having a news, like a press conference. They're like, "No, that guy's fucking dead. Here, we're in front of the place where he's dead," and then he comes walking by behind the dude. And then they're like,
the birth of fake news.
And then they're like, hey, wait a minute, isn't that the dead guy? And he's like, no, that's not the dead guy. And then the security guard comes after him. Hey, which way did he go? Yeah, it's that old fucking gag.
Yep. It works, though. It's funny.
That's good. And then
no, like I said, this movie has some legit
steals the ambulance and drives over to his lawyer's place. And then he goes rooting around for a drink. But none of the drinks sound good to him. So Rickles is like, hey, you all right there, buddy? Doing okay? Can I get you something? And his wife, by the way, Rickles' character Manny, his wife, fucking awesome,
fantastic.
Yeah,
not a lot of lines, but really good facial expressions. This poor woman, within a matter of 12 hours, has one hell of a series of events.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I think her life has pretty much been shattered.
Most of her response, I get. She's like, all right, I'm going to get a bottle of liquor and go just sit in the bathroom, get drunk, and wait for this to blow over.
Yeah, I'll black out and I'll feel better. Like, things will be normal tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll have a hangover, but you know what? I don't got to deal with whatever the fuck's happening down there. So she goes to like microwave him a raw steak. And I was like, you should put that in the toaster oven. Because if I know anything about Sal, he does not like microwaved food.
No, he doesn't want lip dick steak.
He's worried about the radiation.
Yeah.
What you get from microwaves, right, Tim?
He chooses not to dignify that with a response.
Yeah. I said he was worried about the radiation you get from a microwave, Tim.
Oh, no. Don't they have cameras in
microwaves?
Yeah. Deep cut.
Okay. All right.
Groovy. Good job, Tim.
One of the best podcast comedians, to tell you the truth, man. This deep cut.
Yeah. It's like, listen, that's a joke you don't get. You'll understand it later. So,
yeah. Cover, no, right? That's true. Robbie
always,
oh my
always
God. Circle your bingo cards, people. He mentioned Robbie.
I did make a Bloody Bits bingo card, but it was for a good movie. And if you,
okay.
Yeah. I shared it in the Discord. I should put that on Twitter. People probably dig that. That's how you can pick a good movie. One of the squares is no vampires. Good way to have a good fucking horror movie. So she microwaves this steak for like 10 seconds and he's like, oh, wait a minute, something smells good in here. He starts fucking smelling Rickles and he's like, get off of me, Sal, I know what you're doing.
It looks like he's gonna go in for a kiss.
Isn't that what Italians do? They kiss each other all the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that
Ain't
going
nothing but a thing.
But on the cheeks.
Not so much in this movie, though. Not a lot of Italian dudes kissing. It could have used some more of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
But no, he's not interested in old Manny here. He's interested in Manny's wife's steak. So, good for Loja for committing to it, because he's just like gnawing on this raw, shitty piece of meat. And this is going to be the next like 20 minutes of the movie, is him just like stumbling around with raw meat.
Yeah, he's just sucking at it like a son of a bitch. Like,
yo, this spit and saliva coming out that fucking.
No, he's committed, man. He's literally chewing up the scenery, Tim. So then, after this is when we cut back to Joe, and he hops in his car, and Maria, she hops on top of it. From the fucking top of the building.
She like slams down into it.
Okay, here's the thing is she's doing all this stuff to get away from him, and then boom, she jumps out of his fucking car.
Bad move.
She like went out of her way. She turned into a piece of mist or a bat or something, so he doesn't see there's some fucking vampire or something running around the city.
She didn't know yet that Loja was back, and then she overhears it when she's in the roof. She overhears the reporter tell him that he's back and that where he's at. So she was like, "Let me go with him because he has the car."
I must have still been thinking about the shower.
No, well, she was fully clothed in the shower, Tim.
Still, that's
okay.
It's the thought that she was naked underneath those clothes. That was enough.
That's true.
How thin that piece of clothing.
How thin she is. Good God, she is a waif.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit. She's
very slight.
Loja was trying to feed her, but she just fucking wouldn't eat. It's broad. No, I'm with you. She could use a couple of pounds. It'd be better. And then she would be more suitable for me. Right? If that's what we're doing here. No, so she wrecks his fucking car, kicks his ass out of it, and like busts out the window with her. By the way, with her high heel that he stole because he was like going to have his Cinderella moment or something. Yeah.
I saw that. He kept it in his fucking.
He kept it in his pants.
Jacket.
I was like, I mean, people got foot things. I get it. So then Joe gets the address, of where he's was last at, So she busts out the window, and Joe jumps on the hood of the car. Then we have her speeding up and braking and speeding up, and finally he gets popped into the fucking car. So she's all like, "All right, can you tell me how to get to the fucking place that he's at?"
Yeah.
And hold on here.
Well,
and this is kind of like their first kind of real meet cute because now he knows what she is, and they're trying to like kind of relate. Like she's trying to like get him to trust her, but he is like, "This I can't trust this thing. This is a beast of some sort."
He's seen a lot of inexplicable things happening. Would you be okay with that?
Well, she's still hot though.
She did flash him the green eyes though,
hell yeah.
And isn't.
Oh, that's
cutting
true.
her a lot more slack.
If you flash
in the calm color,
does that calm people? Is that like?
I was wondering if it's the green eyes. It's like a warning because that's when she's like, "Stop following me, or I'll kill you."
But then green means go, so maybe she was sending him mixed signals.
Your lips are saying no, but your eyes are saying yes.
Go, go, go.
Because they're green.
Yeah. So they go.
I like it when she has him pull over. She has him pull over on the wrong side of traffic. I'm like, damn, that is dangerous.
Oh my god, she mangles this line so.
Oh yeah, where she asks if he can drive. Is that the line you're talking about?
It's something like, "I appreciate it if you drive.
I appreciate you drive now, American." I think is what she says.
Yeah,
no, it's because the
for some reason
headlights
she
are
says
bugging
GI.
her.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like goddamn Kia cars cutting me off.
That's because the headlights are bugging her eyes. Because she's very sensitive.
Oh, it's so bright. Yeah, it's dark outside, and yeah, that's right.
Oh, think about how miserable she'd be with those LED lights they have now.
Oh God!
Oh shit! Especially like a big truck with like fucking 4 fog lights.
Yeah. Oh my God. The people that get the white blue LED lights on there that just fucking kill you. Oh my, those are the worst.
That is something else introduced in this film where the vampires are not only obviously sun can kill them, but like they also don't really like light anyway in general.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. With just a flashlight.
That's why they wear sunglasses at night.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
I knew it was coming.
Should have been on the cover of the movie. Then maybe you just, instead of her red eyes, you have her wearing shades.
I mean,
like
there is
cool guy 80s shades.
There is a whole vampire novella series from the 80s and 90s called Sunglasses After Dark.
Sexy.
So yeah, that's not.
I'd be buying those books expecting to get
I was
going to
say.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of erotica in vampire novels. That's why they're so good.
Yeah, it's about sucking, dude. I mean,
speaking of sucking, we're going to get to that in a minute. Got fucking scared in that scene, man. I
think I have the same note.
Yeah. So they go to the scene of the crime and they get the information about where Rickles' place is. And Joe, first they're going to arrest Joe, but he fucking sneaks off. And then they escort her. Like, she's like, I ain't going to go to the bathroom. And they're like, all right, well, just go to the bathroom. We'll wait outside. And she sneaks out the window. So the two of them head over to Rickles' place. And now Rickles, he's, still like just now heating up a piece of meat. Or no, Sal was heating up the piece of meat on just the burner. Like you're not even using a pan or anything and just drooling on it. Like you said, Tim, it's fucking great. And this is when he sniffs the air. He's like, wait a second.
Pussy.
Joe's here. Pussy.
Gennaro.
Joe Gennaro. Yeah, Gennaro's here. I smell
Joe's
pussy.
on his period, so...
Is that Italian for generic?
Joe Gennaro. Yeah, makes sense.
He is kind
Gennaro?
of a generic-looking cop.
He's a boring kind of cop. Yeah, I get that. Like you said, he's not built for undercover work, man.
He doesn't have the best film presence to me. I've always found him a little forgettable as an actor, to be honest, but he's okay in this
I just
one.
feel like he looks like every other one of those Italian-American actors.
Yeah, he just blends in.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like a leading man.
He's good in small parts. He's not he's not a leading man. He can't carry a movie or a TV show by himself. Now watch, Eddie's going to find out, he's been on the same TV show for the last 28 years.
No, I already told you that, Tim.
Without a trace.
All those shows,
Without a trace.
Without a trace is definitely like
episodes.
a cast of characters. So like he probably has some lead episodes, but sometimes he's probably in the background.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to carry the whole show.
I hope not, because he wouldn't be great at it. I don't know. I haven't seen Without a Trace. But you're right, Daniel. He's good kind of like as I don't know. Well, what do you think we should do, guys? Kind of guy. He's not a...
You know what? He was good because did we have all the Baldwins?
He did remind me of one of the Baldwins.
He does look like a weird Baldwin cousin.
He does.
Yeah, distant Baldwin cousin.
Yeah, I feel like once the lowercase Baldwin brothers really started getting into acting, like he'd
be like Manny Baldwin or something.
Yeah.
Gennaro
instead
Baldwin.
of like a Baldwin, he's like a bald place, Like not quite.
Instead of a Baldwin, he's a bald loss.
Oh God.
He's a one Baldwin.
How long can we stretch this out for?
I don't know. We're done. So now this is when he fucking Sal busts through the window and goes after Joe. And he grabs him. He starts fucking just choking him out. And again, Manny, the lawyer, is like, look, don't kill a cop on my fucking lawn, you idiot. Fucking nails him in the back with a shovel. And then Sal's like, all right, you're right. You hit me with a shovel. I should probably stop that. So sets him down. Tells his two goons, like, all right, get rid of this motherfucker. I'm gonna get out of here. And him and Manny head in. And this is when Manny gets on this fucking libertarian rant about, like, listen, you're dead, right? They've already pronounced you dead, so they can't come after you. They can't have a search warrant for you.
You can drink and drive, and you don't have to get stopped.
There's no age of consent laws for a dead guy, because how old are you anyway, right? You're not old. You're dead.
If anything, that 14-year-old girl is breaking the law by having sex with a corpse.
You don't have to pay any taxes. You're dead. But no, he's more like, look, they can't come in and get a warrant to look for you. You're fucking bulletproof, right? Because they declared you dead. And Sal's like, all right, well, I'm just going to eat you. So he just bites poor Don Rickles in the neck, rips it out there, just kills his ass in the basement.
It's a fun scene. I like the blood on the light bulbs classic.
Oh, when she comes down? Yeah. When she grabs the knife and goes down to the basement?
Because, Daniel, you're so right, because the blood splats up on the rape room lighting that he has.
Yeah, no shit.
I love that lighting. I need a room in my house that's just lit by like 7 of those hanging.
That's fucking creepy.
Nothing good ever happens in a room that has that kind of a fucking light fixture. Nothing good.
But it's not even a fixture. It's just like an extension
literally
cord.
Extension. It's the least amount you could do for light.
Literally the least, yeah. Except for maybe a candle. And even then, there's ambiance with that.
Yeah, at least a candle adds a little something, a little classiness.
I guess there's ambiance with the dangling bulb. What?
True.
Yeah. Gives you like that ship swaying motion.
It's nice and creepy. So, it gets blood splattered on it. Then his poor fucking wife, she's drunk. She's like, all right, I guess I better get a knife now, right? Because I'm good and fucking shit-faced, so I can deal with whatever's happening. Goes down to the kitchen, grabs a big-ass knife, goes down in the basement, sees what the fuck is going on down there, and stabs fucking Sal in the gut. Like, because he comes after her. He's like, hey, you got something I need. That's not a good...
And she sees, Don Rickles just laid out.
Yeah. Her husband's dead. His neck
It's a
ripped
rough
open.
scene.
And
it's very sleepaway camp, when she has the kid on her lap and she's just sort of rubbing his head.
Yeah, but instead of Angela, it's Robert Loggia.
It's Robert Loggia.
So she stabs him like you would and then gets the fuck out of there. Then this
it would have been funny if he was humming a fucking what's his name song, because there's a lot of I can't think of his name right now. The loud sing, some Sinatra. He's singing a little Sinatra for him,
Just humming "That's Life."
Yeah, ain't that a bite in the neck?
Just one last tune for his old pal.
Is that not a Sinatra song?
No, That's Life is a Sinatra song.
Oh yeah,
we can use that one. Then she gets the fuck out of there. I'm like, fucking good move. So while this is happening, Sal's guys load Joe in the trunk of the car. And they see a cop coming. They're like, oh shit! So they got to go fucking hide and get the hell out of there. Meanwhile, Marie is following them up in the trees. She's doing like the Crow before the Crow.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm. So the Crow you hack, by the way. Then she jumps down, and they fuck off over to go take care of Sal in his whole situation, because he pops up, and I love the slasher movie, like somebody's coming after you, you turn around and they're behind you move, but they do that for like just comedy or for sexy in this movie, which is a great fucking move, because they look back and they're like, Sal's coming, and they're like, fuck Sal, come on, we gotta go, the cops. And they turn around and he's at the limo. He's like, what, let's go.
He's like, hurry up,
get inside,
get in the fucking limo. So they speed off. Then Marie steals the cop car, throws the light off of it, throws the fucking walkie out of it, and drives off following them. So they get Joe.
Pursuit.
Yeah,
because she's hot.
Another chase. Yeah, another chase scene. Lots of chase scenes in this movie, but
Lots
this time
of chase scenes.
It's a John Landis movie,
and they're not shot bad. I mean,
they do some movie called The Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot of.
I like them. I thought. I mean, not it's a little much, but I do like. I think they're well shot. I think they're well executed. I mean, it's the least you can ask for.
I mean, some of the weird.
Well, I mean, speaking of executed,
Jesus Christ.
Were one of those your kids?
Yeah. Did you know one of them personally?
No, it's just really fucked up how he got away with that shit, Scott Clean. And then, like I said, crashed the fucking memorial service.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
You gonna get into how Bowie used to bang a 14-year-old too?
Was that before or after they started talking like a Nazi sometimes?
I don't remember. I'm just saying, if we're gonna keep bringing up past discretions of people, let's do everybody.
I only do it for people.
Oh, okay, so
like.
if you like their work, but they're a scumbag, that's okay.
That's the Chappelle Show bit where they're like, what was it? They had him on the stand, Dave Chappelle, and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
OJ, no, he's not guilty." Michael Jackson, no, he's not guilty. He made Thriller. No.
And then the last one, Robert went, that motherfucker did it.
Goddamn. So then they bring Joe to the trash compactor on the docks next to the cement shoe factory with the hogs that they feed people to that the mob owns. Like, it's ridiculous. So they're like, yeah, I think we should take his shoes off. and they start stuffing his feet into the trash compactor. But just then Marie shows up in the cop car she stole, rams into Saul, and conveniently knocks his gun next to Joe.
Oh, yeah, very conveniently.
He's like,
he's like,
oh, shit, free gun, I guess. I don't know. Then she snaps the neck of one of the fucking goons. Sal jumps in the limo, speeds the fuck off. And Joe just gets loose of the cuffs and shoots the dude in the fucking foot. Ka-tunk. And this is when we start.
He's still in the handcuffs, right?
He's still in the handcuffs, but he does still shoot him in the foot. That's right.
From behind, he shoots him in the foot.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Was there a tag on this movie? Shooting from behind?
Yeah,
rear shooting.
No, ironically, the shooting from behind was in that werewolf, powder puff, vampire banter, wolf girl, yandery vampire script. It's right down here, shot from behind.
The entire movie is shot from behind.
Shot from behind. And you're too late.
So he again hops up to get into the cop car that Marie's driving and is half hanging out the window. He's like, "Can you fucking help me get in the car, asshole?"
And you know what? Because that's really him, and that's really her driving, right? And for real, she could have taken his fucking legs off at one point because he's not all the way in the car. When she does that turn, he could have fucking gone right outside of that car or fucking smashed his legs on that little post.
It was
that
up
was
there with Deadbeat at Dawn when the guy had the stupid jean jacket on and he was like, that's
enough protection. That's fine.
Nothing beats that one.
That'll protect me from getting road rash against the brick wall.
I trust you're not going to turn the steering wheel 1/4 of an inch a little bit.
Yeah, no, that is fair, man. Because they're just really fucking doing that scene for sure.
Yeah, she's a French woman. What does she know about driving a car in America?
What do you know about driving a car in America?
That's a very good point, man.
How long ago was that?
Driver's license, Candice.
So Tim,
1955.
In 55.
Carry the 5.
Probably, I think the driver's license probably expired when I was 25. So, maybe about a quarter century ago.
Christine, right? You were calling people shitters. You had a cigarette pack rolled up in your sleeve, right?
Mm-hmm. Drank from the whites-only fountain.
It was my hot rod.
Yeah, the white-only fountain. Yelling about the Koreans. No.
Oh, God.
It's a different era, Daniel. You're right.
But we don't know how old she is either. She could have been in the States for quite some time at this point. Because he never mentions how old she is.
She's a vampire, so she's immortal.
Yeah, she could be.
If Michael Myers can drive a car, she can drive a car.
Yeah, a guy that's been.
Okay.
How did he learn? That's always a mystery. Yeah.
By the way,
I can work stick shift.
I love that, Candice, you can bring up the continuity of any other horror movie to Tim, and he's like, "All right, fair point,
fair game."
You know what? Hey, you know what?
Yeah. Michael Myers is a Mary Sue.
You know what? To be fair, Chucky did knock up a doll woman.
To be fair,
even though he's made out of rubber.
Chucky did drive a car, and his son was working the
pedals. He
pedals.
does drive a car. That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, goddamn. I got to revisit those.
That's a great fucking
dude. It's funny.
I got to revisit those. They're great, man.
We should do a whole series.
We will.
Throw me in one of those. That would be
totally. Fun. Yeah, you got to pay. Is it the one where they're at military school? That the one you want, Daniel?
Oh, God.
That's a rough one, man.
Please no.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Oof. That's a bad one. So then she pulls over, and this time it's on the right side of the road, even though she's French, to a motel.
The French drive on the right side of the road.
Not when they're in England, where she's from.
No, I think they drive on the wrong
Candice.
side.
What?
She's from England, the vampire.
No, she's from France. She has a French accent.
Yeah, but no, the actress is from France, but the vampire's from England.
How do you know the vampire's from England?
Really?
Wait, for real? They couldn't do it where she's fucking from France?
I have no idea.
In all the voiceovers,
that
she
up,
couldn't
Eddie?
say, "Oh, yeah, he's making it up." I just realized
Candice,
that would have been hilarious.
Remember when your husband said, "Don't trust Eddie"? Or better still, remember the last episode we recorded? Don't trust me.
True.
Yes.
No, so they go to the motel and he's still handcuffed, and it's a real sex motel.
Yeah, it's literally called the Amor Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
The Amor.
This is one of those come in, come out type.
Come in, and
eventually
leave in shame. Don't look in the mirror. Even though there's one on the roof, don't look in the mirror. Yeah, so they go to check.
Haven't been in one of those yet, have y'all? Where there's a mirror in the ceiling?
Sex motel?
Where there's a mirror in the ceiling, though.
That always just seems dangerous to me. What if that thing falls?
I feel like, that's what you're thinking about? I'd be more worried, like, geez, who else has been in this place?
No, I discovered something because what Candice just said, and then one of her tweets, Candice is terrified of sleeping under something that could possibly
or be
fall
watching
on her
me
while she's sleeping.
What if it's a two-way mirror and there's somebody watching you from the other side of the mirror?
Okay, Rockwell, relax.
Man, I feel real bad for the person that's got to sneak around to watch you, Candice.
That's why she put that thing up there. It's like, do you think somebody's gonna fucking climb up on the roof to watch you sleep?
That much effort, and you're not watching like I don't know, some Fox yondery vampire girl. You're watching Candice.
Yeah, right. Watch this movie instead.
Candice just whispering sweet, not what? some sweet. Well, actually.
Well, actually, there's
like
9,000 nerve endings.
But it's like kind of under your breath, you know?
You just got one of those shitty notebooks out writing fucking Anne Rice fan fiction and picking your toes and some guys watching you.
One time my husband was trying to be sweet and romantic, and I came home from work and he had a babysitter, so we had no kids. And like he had the mood lighting set, doing? And he put like romantic music on. And he like cooked dinner and had it set out with candlelight and everything. And then one of the romantic songs that came on was nice. "I'll Be Watching You."
From Sting?
From Sting, yeah. And I was like, I couldn't help myself. I was like, that's not a romantic song, right? He's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, every breath you take.
You mean every breath you take? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, that's. It's always funny how people listen to some songs wrong, because that was a big love song on like a lot of TV shows and like.
People confuse the term lyrics. Ballad with it means love. Not every ballad needs to be about love. Just because it's in a ballad form of music doesn't necessarily mean it's about being in love. It could be about anything. It's just a slow song.
Then he listened to the words and he was like, "Oh my god, I had no idea."
Yep.
Candice, come the fuck on.
Oh wait.
How old is your husband? What?
At the time we were like 26,
Jesus
27,
Christ.
Something like that.
Oh, well, see, that kind of makes sense.
It's like a young kid.
Wait, getting a blowjob? What is that? I don't understand. I don't even heard of that.
Think
What's
that would work.
Of getting a blowjob?
You think that would work? I mean, you could try it. Kid is like, well, actually, it does work. Here, let me show you.
Oh my god. What was that?
Oh, that's how you. Oh,
what
shit!
Was that gnawing on it?
Yes. It's like that steak.
It's so rubbery.
Candice is going Loja style on his hog. Speaking of Loja going hog wild, we check in on him, and he's at the butcher's that he runs for some reason because he's catching on fire in his limo. Because I
love his reaction to that, by the way. That's one of the best I'm catching on fire reactions I've seen in a vampire film. He's like, what the fuck? And then his car looks hotbox.
So true. Because we go from like, how would a real person react to I'm on fire and don't know why, right? We go from that scene by Robert Loggia to Cheech and Chong up in smoke, like driving through downtown with a hot boxed limo.
He just runs in a truck, just runs into it full speed. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, stuntman died filming that scene, by the way. Just wham!
No shit. It was
piles
a
out
powerful
of that
hit.
fucking limo and just goes darting into this butcher / like meat processing plant. And this is where he bumps into his buddy Sam Raimi, and he's like, "Look, motherfucker, I need to go into the cold storage." The guy's like, "What?" It's like, "No, man, I gotta get."
You could die in there, right?
And by the way, he's just snacking on a pork chop, like in his hand, snacking on a pork chop.
I wouldn't even want a pork chop being in that place, but I guess that's the bit.
Yeah. You know what? To be fair, we're making up for the coroner not eating.
That's true. That was a grave oversight.
Yeah, yeah. I needed him to have a sandwich.
Choice of words.
Some soup. Oh, yeah. You don't know what he was eating before we got in there. That's a good point.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You've been around these guys way too long. You just
cold pussy.
He's getting some clam ceviche.
It's leftover pussy the next day. You wake up, you got that taste.
Ew, Tim, you wake up with the taste in your mouth the next day. Oh my god!
Jeez, damn, that's some strong ass flavor, dude.
I went in for Clams Casino and I feel like I lost the bet because got a bad batch here. But I do love that when he's all like, "Hey, shut off the lights in here, you son of a bitch," and he pulls up like a rib roast and uses it
as a pillow. Fucking amazing.
Well, everybody likes to have a cold pillow. This makes sense.
Yeah. It
is nice.
That is a cold ass pillow. Woo-wee.
It's a great.
That shit cracked me up. I laughed out loud when I saw him tuck it. Like he's like, yeah, here's my pillow. Time for some rest.
Just laying on a fucking metal table.
Just watching him do it, it just makes it so much funnier.
Well, yeah, because who it is.
Who it
is.
What it is,
right?
He's having the best fucking time. So now we cut to the Joe and Marie are doing their best like odd couple in the motel room. Like I was just waiting for Joe to whip out the tape and start going down the middle of the fucking room before he realizes the bathroom's on the other side. So fucking stupid. So she's in there taking a shower, right? And she gets out and he's all like, "Hey, you couldn't get that deep down clean you needed."
Is he implying that she has misty pussy? Like, does it smell like a corpse?
Does she have corpse pussy, Tim?
Corpse pussy.
Corpse Good pussy, question. By the way, my anal cunt cover band. Anyhow, go.
Fucking move over, Cal Decapitation, whatever the fuck that name of that band. I got corpse pussy.
Cattle mutilation, corpse pussy,
cattle mutilation.
Anal cunt.
Dude, that's a hell of a show lineup.
Yeah. The concert's only an hour long, but
where do you buy tickets for anal cunt?
Well, by the third date, if you're not getting the tickets, then
yeah, that's a good point.
That's true. That's it.
You go to the Christian supply store to get your anal cunt tickets.
But to answer your question, I think if she hasn't had blood in a while, because it seems like when they're kind of zombie, they have some blood and they look normal again. I wonder if you start turning zombie if you're not eating, and then.
Oh, wait, hold the fuck on. It's a reverse thing, because you want to fuck her when she's got plenty of blood.
If not that.
And you don't want to fuck her on the days where she's not bleeding. Oh, wait, sorry.
Well,
not bleeding somebody.
Not bleeding out somebody. There you go. Yeah, you don't want to go down when she's corpse-like.
Oh, so then that's the reverse of, like, you don't want to fuck on a full stomach, but her... You do want to fuck.
You want to get her on a full stomach. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she won't be tempted to get you, which, you know.
Yeah, it's like sticking your hand in a bowl of piranhas after they're ready.
Yeah.
No big deal.
It's exactly like that thing we all know about. That shared experience we can all identify
that old
with.
Adage.
Sticking your hand in a bowl of piranhas after they've eaten. Yeah, we've all been there. You have a bowl of piranhas. You're like, yeah, today? Nah, maybe tomorrow after I fed them. Tim, it's a marvel that you're just around. Just that you're here. The fact that you're here, Tim, is a marvel. I have to just remark at that real quickly.
I am that one example about how the Darwin Award always doesn't work.
Yeah, there's got to be an exception to Murphy's Law, and that is you, Tim. So they argue in there, and she's all like, "Listen, I can smell you. I know that you're a good man, but you're also a chicken shit." And then they get into a pillow fight. They're just chucking pillows at each other. And then she's like, all right, I'm going to go to bed. She gets naked and climbs in bed in front of him. And
she smooths out the pillow next to her. Yeah. Not to mention when she's sitting on the couch with him, you don't know at the time, but she's like nude underneath there. And she's like spread eagled facing him.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
We're going...
Yeah. She's like sitting crisscross applesauce with no underwear on.
Well, he could probably feel the heat from her loins, man. Like,
or the cold wind.
Candice,
it depends. Yeah.
Oh shit! It's like one of those Korean toasters, right? Nice and hot.
Candice, we're going from innocent blood to
wide open.
Let the right one in.
I just don't feel comfortable with that analogy because that's about a child.
I know. You watch Bad Boy, Bubby. Come on. You've seen worse. So this is, while this is happening, we cut to Rickles flatlining and then getting his heartbeat back. So the vampires have a heartbeat? They have a pulse, I guess?
Yeah.
I guess they have to die, then they come back.
Okay. So they're like zombies, but not, I don't know. I don't know all the rules.
The lore's confusing.
I know one rule, though.
Well, vampires usually they almost die, right? And then there's like a period of like almost like a hibernation.
Well, I thought they were the living dead, so like they technically shouldn't have a pulse, right?
Right.
I mean, it depends. I mean, it seems like maybe there's. I mean, I guess if it's like a virus, like a blood, like a saliva virus, then you'd still be alive, as opposed to you have to flatline and be dead before you become a vampire.
Yeah, but he did have
sense.
to flatline.
I like the flexibility.
I don't know.
Yeah, he did flatline for a second.
They're having
but
fun.
I mean, I do like. Yeah, that's what I like. I like that he's not trying to stick to any specific vampire lore. He's just kind of doing his own shit.
Gives you a lot of wiggle room.
A lot of Don Rickle room.
A lot of wiggle room.
Rickles wiggles over to the nurse because
he does shuffle his fat ass over there.
Oh, and he
looks like a fucking potato vampire, dude.
Yeah, a lot of old men vampires in this movie. It's pretty funny.
It's so weird.
By the way,
a bunch of old Italian guys.
It's ironic, the potato vampire, because he was Mr. Potato Head in all of the Toy Story movies.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
That's right. Oh.
I wish I was clever enough to have been making that reference, but I'm not.
It's okay.
But that's good stuff.
I have to connect it for the listeners, because if I don't, then somebody's going to DM me. Hey, you know when Daniel said he was like a potato?
It's a potato vampire.
Yeah. Well, he was Mr. Potato Head. And I'm like, yeah, that's fun.
Cool, thanks, guy. Appreciate you reaching out.
When you start your own podcast, you can say fun facts like that. Until then, shut the fuck up.
The best part is when they've listened to it a year later, and then they're bringing up a joke I made to me.
That's always fun.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I barely remember.
So you do get mail.
So you do bring up my jokes.
Yes, not about you though. I mean, I do.
They can bring it up a week later, and I don't remember what the fuck I said.
I was going to say, Daniel, same thing. Tomorrow, I won't remember.
This will all melt out of my ears. Yeah, as soon as we're done.
I'm on 200 milligrams of edibles.
Jesus.
Yeah, Tim doesn't know what he's saying actively.
I bought a bad batch. They were all so stuck together that it's almost impossible to pull them apart without just like ripping them all up.
So you've got to just eat them.
So I just had to bite the bullet.
Yeah,
kind of like with nachos when they stick together.
There's no.
That's one
it's crazy
nacho.
too because it's that fucking crazy ass flavor. That fucking lime, peach, and fucking jalapeno pepper flavor.
Whoa!
Like, what the fuck? How high do I have to be to eat this shit?
Yeah,
did you say jalapeno?
Tim's getting some jalapeno flavor.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno. Nah.
I don't say it as good as I say.
Yeah, you say
I say jalapenos. Jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
The Jalapenos Islands.
Fajitas.
Put some of them fucking jalapenos on my vagina, please. Thank you.
Feeling extra spicy.
So his death scene, Rickles' death scene, is so fucking good.
Shoot, dude!
Right as he's
really
going to fight
amazing.
the nurse, she whips the fucking curtains open, and he lights on fucking fire.
It's
So now I've got a
interesting.
flaming vampire Rickles.
Because of the flamingness is like it looks like his skin's cracking, and underneath it's glowing red.
Yep.
It's
It's like the fire's inside them, like they're almost like it's coming out out of their skin, so like they're burning from the inside out or something. I don't know. It's weird because then like he cracks like coal.
It looks like the end of Crank 2.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Which is on fire, right?
Like the Crank too.
It's like a little cross between the end of Crank 2 and The Thing from the Fantastic Four.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because I thought
Yes, that's the other thing I've written
Very
down. Yeah, he
volcano rock.
does. Wow, that would have been a great fucking movie if you made Don Rickles.
he does already look like the Thing. You don't even have to put anything up. Just put some Play-Doh on his face.
Just spray paint them orange.
Oh, spray paint them orange and then go through all of the wrinkles and then just put some black like eyeliner in the creases.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
that's
got
it.
the
he really does look like him. But I thought he was just gonna blow up in flames. But I kind of like the slow progression. It's very fucking eye catching. I was like, whoa.
He grabs the nurse and then she rips one of the fucking attendants rips his fucking arm off.
You don't know who that is?
Oh, is that
Yep.
Quigley?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's her.
That's your girl, Eddie.
Love her.
Hold on, I'm
Love
looking
her.
through the crowd. God damn it!
Yeah,
It was too quick.
Because she screams
Now
as
I
soon
gotta
as she
go
gets
back.
it.
I gotta go back and rewatch it. You know what? I'll just watch.
Yeah,
it
maybe
could
I'm
be.
wrong. I should probably rewatch
I'm gonna go back
the
and,
movie too.
and
Sure, that
watch
was right.
Return of the Living Dead and make sure. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Then compare.
It's her best movie. Rips the arm off, falls onto the ground, and then the effect of his head with the gas and steam coming out from underneath
oh,
of it,
man,
the flesh melting and ripping off. Oh my god, fantastic!
so fucking cool.
Yeah, and at that moment too, by the way, is when his wife runs in. It's like, what the fuck? This poor woman.
His head's cratered in like a fucking busted pumpkin. And she's like, holy shit.
It looks like somebody stuffed an M80 in a rotten fucking jack-o'-lantern, dude. It's so good.
It's so good.
Ah,
Yeah. She
So-
just, oh man, at least she's rich. That's all I could say.
We-
At least she's rich.
yeah.
Yeah, she knows where all the money
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Her
She's-
bodies are buried.
Yeah, dude, she's safe. The only person in this situation who comes out of it safe is her. She's fine.
It's her, yeah. She just
Yeah.
has mad trauma. That's pretty
Yeah,
much
that's
it.
right.
Yeah, well,
Well, she can pay for a
was married-
therapist. It's fine.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah, she could pay for the best of the best in NYC.
She was married to
Yo, if your husband is that age and he looks like the Thing, you didn't have much
she was
time
married
together
to Don Rickles. Like every day she was getting roasted 24/7. I think
Honestly, the amount of years,
Last night I ate your pussy. I woke up today. My tongue is fuzzy.
the amount
I
of
still
years
have
that
that taste
Rickles
in my
lived,
mouth.
the amount of years that Rickles lived beyond this film blows my mind.
Oh,
Because
it's
he already
insane.
looks like he's already kind of kicking some stones, like he's kind of heading his way over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But he lived a while.
yeah, pre-vampirism, he looks dead. Like he's not doing good, man.
That guy lived.
He did,
Damn.
man. Shouts out to Don Rickles. Good dude.
It's
That's a good
fuel
dude to
of
be.
laughter.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we cut from that to John waking up. He's like, do I have any bite marks on my neck? He's like, no, I'm cool. And then he goes over and fights the urges to sexually assault Marie in her sleep.
Yes, because she says, I'm going to trust you while I'm sleeping. And I think what she's referring to is like,
Right.
don't
Yeah.
open up the fucking curtains or
Not
don't
to
run
let any
away,
sunlight
right?
in.
Not,
Yeah.
don't creepy touch me, but not touching me because there's some airspace between us. What the fuck?
Can you do
is
that
been
with your
love, dude.
like? You can't do that with your dick. Just walk around like, oh, I'm not touching you with it.
Sometimes I do that
You
to my
touch
cat.
the cat
to freak
with
him
your
out a
dick?
little bit, but that's it. You don't do it to a passed out woman. No. Well, that would freak him out, yeah. I mean, making it look like I'm
With your
petting
dick.
him, but not touching him.
Yeah. Tim's been
Yes.
Louis C.K.ing his cat. It's not good.
He's like, is it cool if I touch you with my dick? And the cat says no. And he's like, well, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. Well,
No, come on, that cat's got claws.
Kitty's got claws.
You said meow. That sounded like now, so we're getting on.
Yeah. Pretty sure he said right now, so I'm going to do it.
He didn't say me too.
Meow too.
Right?
Yeah, I just literally made a meow sounds like now joke, which is from Super Troopers, and Tim laughed at it. So Tim thinks Super Troopers is funny. So,
yes, by extension.
Got you. No, I can end the podcast. This has all been.
Candice's dog just knocked over a fucking kitchen counter.
I don't know, Candice. You need to go check on your house, man. I don't know what's going on over there. So yeah, she wakes up, and then this is when she kind of starts approaching him, and he's like, I don't know about all this noise. And then he kind of turns away from her, and she just appears in front of him. She's like, no, we're gonna fuck. And he's like, I can't fuck. And she's like, oh no, it's cool, I have condoms. And I'm like, okay, I have a question about the condoms discussion with a vampire. Mm-hmm. Can you knock up a vampire?
Well, like we said, they're running a little bit loose with the rules of this game. But as far as I know, no, you cannot knock up a vampire. If her
inside starts rotting if she doesn't eat enough recently and it makes her pussy smell real bad, can you just deny her food for like 3 days and force an abortion on a vampire?
Jeez.
Oh, you mean like do it like a Terry Schiavo? I mean, technically, like Don Rickles said, she's already dead.
Wouldn't they make a blade if she got pregos?
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. Why did a blade come around?
Just generic, what's his last name? Generic, be generic Blade.
Yeah.
Blade Gennaro.
Blade Gennaro. You know what?
Yeah, he
Don't
would not
sign
be
me
as
up.
Wesley Snipes.
I'm not down for that one.
Oh, come on. You can't see you just standing there in the nightclub in part 2 with all the fucking rave going on around.
He goes to a Cracker Barrel and does the same thing.
Yeah. I was going to say, because this is either just going to be generic white person or just like fake mob trope bullshit. So he's like hanging out at an Olive Garden. Like,
At
just
this place, your family.
You're a made man. When you're here, you're a made man.
When you're here, you're a made man. Now here's another breadstick.
So then she's all like, "Oh, you don't trust me." So hey, here's an idea. How about if I just suck your dick?
Oh my god!
A vampire, and he's like, okay, because she's sucking his dick. And then she wants to fuck it. He's like, I don't know if I can still trust you. I'm like, dude, she had your fucking straw in her mouth.
The main
and nothing
gain.
happened.
Yeah.
The main gain. Yeah, and I like that she notices because he's still a little kind of probably soft. She's like, you don't seem to be fully convinced of. Why am I making her sound that
way? Is she from Belize, Daniel? What the fuck you got going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why she drives on the wrong side of the road. No, so she's all like, "Yeah, you don't seem so convinced." So, oh, hey, how about this one? Handcuffs.
I think that just turned him on because it's hot.
God.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of.
I mean,
hot.
the way she gets handcuffed behind her back, and then does this like the yoga pose,
Kinda
the begging child.
Move?
The yoga pose, the begging child. Yeah, that's what it's called.
It should be called begging for children.
Yeah. Insert here.
Well, originally it was called Please Daddy, but then they said Begging Child. It says I'm stuck stepdad, but now it's the begging.
I think it's called Child's Pose. I think that's the yoga name for it.
It did used to be called begging child. There is a move called the begging child, but yeah, child's pose is when you're like.
I think that's on your back, and you put your feet in your hands, and you.
No, that's the happy baby.
That's happy.
God,
baby. There's a lot of baby moves in yoga.
What? Yeah,
there's a lot of baby.
Oh
moves.
man, I was doing yoga and I was doing the downward dog, and my husband was like, "They should call that the bent over bitch."
Well, in some countries.
Oh man. That's what you get with freedom of speech is the bent over bitch.
Bent over bitch and begging for child are the new yoga moves.
Yeah. Now that Elon Musk owns Twitter, we can say that.
Can I start my own hot yoga class?
Oh, damn.
It's about to get hotter yoga. No, so
hot
I like
yobo. Yobo yoga. Yoba.
He's all like, so wait a minute. When you get pounded out, don't you get excited and bite people? And she's like, look, man, there's something I need more than blood, and it's dick.
Yes, what a lie.
So she's a fucking cumpire now.
Cumpire.
Yeah.
So instead of breaking into a blood bank, she breaks into a sperm bank.
So he's hitting it from behind, and we got to watch that. And then she breaks the cuffs and then flips over. And we got to watch her get pounded out like that. And this is when her eyes are doing the laser Floyd the wall.
Yeah, treatment. She has mood eyes.
Yeah. You mean the sugar walls?
Well, it's because he's hitting the back walls, dude. So then after he busts, he's like, hey, by the way, what's your name?
Yes, I love this. We're almost halfway done with this movie, and we just found out what her name is.
He's like, oh, yeah, Marie. Like, oh, that's something. Anyhow, good night. I love that scene. So then we cut back to Sal fucking around. He summoned the gang to come meet him in the locker. Then outside, Lenny's like, look, man, I think this guy's fucking off his nut because he's in there covered in blood, sleeping on a rib roast. Like, there's some problems. We might need to replace him. Might need to pass the torch. So,
yes, according to our Catholic God, he should be dead.
So they go in there and they're like, hey, what's up, dude? And he's like, nothing, man. Feeling great. And then he Miyagi's a fly out of the air and eats it. And you're like, oh, okay.
I didn't expect him to eat it.
Yeah.
that did make me laugh.
He rolls from Miyagi to Renfield. And it's a weird move, you know? So then he's like, I can hear an angel fart. And I heard you, Lenny. You fucking betrayed me, you son of a bitch. He bites his neck, eats Lenny. And he tells the other thug guys, he's like, look, man, don't freak out. Don't run, because I know that's what you're going to do. Load this asshole in the trunk. Get me some clean clothes. We're going to the titty bar. He gives them a thumbs up, and then they're like, all right, titty bar it is, baby. Because they head straight down to the titty bar. And
there are definitely titties there.
A lot of them. And he gets out, and he's like, all right, let Lenny out of the trunk of the car. And they're like, whoa, dude, hold on.
Yeah. They're like, we're at a main street. There's a lot of people.
There's like cops here. We can't open the trunk and show a dead guy. Like, that's
I wonder if they're like, are we going to Weekend at Bernie's this guy? Just have him like walk around so they don't realize he disappeared?
Daniel, I missed that scene, Weekend at Bernie's, when he goes to the titty joint and gets a lap dance.
Gets a lap dance. You know, arms flopping around like he likes it. Whoa, don't touch the girls.
He's like...
They've got a string tied to his dick so that they can like move it up and down for him.
Let it go up a little bit. Yeah, just pump it.
Yeah, they ripped apart one of those Reebok pump shoes and stuffed it in his balls.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, no, they don't Weekend at Bernie's him because he's okay.
He's back, baby. He's a little spotty, but he's back.
A little spotty, but that's because his tank's empty. See, we find out that if he gets a little blood in him, he'll be looking okay.
Freshen up.
But he is nervous of Sal, by the way, because Sal's like, come on, get up. And he's like, don't hit me.
Yeah, it's like, no. I didn't forget what you did. That was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's like, no, Lenny, it's okay. You know how you already looked? Yeah, you know how you already look creepy with your eyes and stuff, like Tim said? Well, now you're a vampire, so it makes sense. So just get on up. Now you're family. You're a made man.
Now put some fucking sunglasses
on.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the trick of the like vampire being a made man by being turned for the mob, they're going to lean real heavily into that now. Like, they figured out a joke and they're like, okay, we're going with it. This is our bit now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our bit because they're going to get bit.
Oh my God.
So they go into the titty bar and Dude, Sal is having the best time dancing with these strippers.
Look, you all know, I think it's well known and documented, I love tits, right?
Is it?
Yes.
These are these
are like the early 90s, like, when you touch them, they're probably hard as a rock.
Nothing's fucking moving, yeah.
These are the Uncle Willie's scene in Demon Knight tits. These are some real HBO Dream On Tales from the Crypt era tits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are Dream On tits if I've ever seen Dream On tits. Yes, 100%.
But he's
I don't discriminate with tits. They can not move at all or move a lot. Doesn't bother me. But everyone has a preference.
Well, I'm sorry. I have so many options.
He has standards.
Yeah. Listen, Tim isn't just some idiot that's going to stand around shouting about tits, man. He's got a little bit more discretion about that. Anyhow.
Yeah, give me some.
Come on.
Well, I'm actually more of a butt guy, so I guess that's why I don't care. But not that I don't care, but they're not. They're kind of second fiddle. So.
Okay. What? That's the tits of
the
the back.
I guess
the tits of the back.
I guess so. If you want to think about it that way.
What was that romantic?
You seen some cleavage? It looks like an ass, right?
What was it romantic back action that you saw on this one, Candice?
It was rear entry sex.
Rear entry sex.
One of the
so there you go.
Best compliments I ever got from my husband was he said he wasn't an ass man until he met me, and that's romance, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, does he mean like your actual ass or your personality?
Facing the other way?
Yeah.
With him, Candice, you better.
Now I'm going to go out and be like, "What did you mean by that?"
No, what he said was, "I'm not an annoying broad guy until I met you." And you're like, "Oh, an ass?" You're like, "Yeah, an ass, right." Oh, I have a nice ass.
Jesus.
Actually, my ass.
Ay.
So yeah, they fiddle around with the strippers for a minute. He flashes them the green eyes, and they're like, "Oh no!" And he's like, never mind. I'll just take these two fellas upstairs with me instead." So he takes two of the other mooks from the gang up there, bites them. He's like, "Don't worry, you're getting made. Now you're going to be part of the family." So then he says, "All right, now call Tony and call this other guy." Basically, he's inviting everybody in there to get bit up because we need some dead meat. So finally, now we have Joe and Emily just driving around town. They're like checking out all the other possible places that Sal could be, because Emily's like, I gotta go kill this motherfucker. I'm the only one who can do it. Turns out she isn't, but okay.
I know.
They get to the...
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, because she makes this whole big deal about like how, if I could have gotten to him sooner before he fed, it would have been easier. But now that he's fed, he's 1,000 times stronger.
Yeah, and we'll get to how he dies here in a second.
Yeah. Nope.
So, yeah, they finally get to the strip joint, and Joe gets there. He's like, tries to open the door. He's like, never mind, it's locked. I guess we got to give up. She's like, no, that's cool. Rip, super vampire strength, pulls the door like a Herman Munster.
Stupid guy.
It's like a Herman Munster take with the door. Oh shit! Sets it aside. Then.
I mean, she literally could do that ghost fucking thing that you do, that trick where you're banging one chick and you slip out, your friend slips in, and you walk past the window and wave. With how fast she is, and he doesn't think she could fucking rip a lock off a door.
What?
See, Tim has been reading Urban Dictionary too much.
Why? It's not true?
Tim, no one in the history of sex has ever done it.
I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of it.
Candice, here's the joke, okay? So like the donkey punch, you've heard of like that stupid bullshit?
Yeah. Okay,
so there's one where is a man, you're having an erotic rear entry, like in this movie, right?
Okay.
And then what you do is you while you're both facing the window on a first story house or apartment, right?
Okay.
And the window's open, and you're looking out into the courtyard, right?
Okay.
Unbeknownst to the woman that you're penetrating, you mid backstroke replace your organ with a friend or a confidant his already erect and in place penis. And then what
you're not aware that guy's there. Yeah.
And then what you do is much like one of the spies.
Like, was he already in there? Or?
He was already. Yeah,
it takes some planning. That's why this is not a practical joke to play. You really got to
very impractical. It's a very Three's Company situation. So, then you tiptoe out like one of the spies from Spy versus Spy, and you circle around the house, right around the perimeter of the house, and then you appear in the window facing the woman you are supposedly being intimate with from behind, and you wave at her. And this is called a Houdini.
Or like, who done me?
Who's in me?
Who's in me?
And the woman is so stupid, she doesn't notice the difference between stroke, penis.
You better hope
it's a joke, obviously, and it's just, I'm sorry, it's just a funny visual.
So stupid.
Funny visual?
Oh my God.
It's just like, what, like, for real, if somebody could pull that off, the look on your face would be like, what the fuck? And then, of course, then you'd be rightfully mad that you're getting it.
Yeah.
The better part was like, I wonder.
Let's remember the laugh.
The better part would be if she was like, I wonder how you suddenly got better.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you're really fucking mixing up my guts.
Just shut the window. Just shut the window on Cowboy.
So then what you do, though, is you set that up with your buddy, right? And then you're like, okay, so you move away, right? And he starts fucking, and then you leave. You go around to the front window, right? And then who appears in that front window but the girl you were having sex with? So then your buddy's like, what the fuck's... And then you look up from behind. You have switched places with the girl, and he's having sex with you. And that, my friends, is called the prestige.
The prestige.
I love it.
So they barge in and they shoot all of the goons. They chase Gus up to and Gus the bartender. They chase Sal up to the roof. Maria snaps a couple of necks. They play Human Shield with poor Luis Guzman's character, and I'm like,
oh my God! Yeah, we've got to talk about him. He's always good in these fucking anything.
We talked about him a little bit. Yeah, we love him. He's great.
Yeah, he rocks it.
He's good in Waiting, which is one of those movies where
yes,
where
they probably would have made that joke about the sex thing.
They would have.
Yeah, they do the bat. Right, they do Goatsy.
They do Goatsy. The brain. Yeah, the guy prolapses his anus. It's very funny.
Very great. Good comedy.
Yeah. And Justin Long doesn't get murdered, so that's good.
No, it's a shame.
Yeah.
I like seeing that guy get killed.
Well, yeah, that's why you
or turn into a walrus.
Yeah, watch Drag Me to Hell. There's a great him almost getting killed, and he's using Mac products the entire or Apple products the entire movie. Very funny. So they're up on the rooftop, and Marie shoots a couple of the guys in the head, and then she goes to shoot Sal, but she's out of ammo. And he comes up to her. He's like, "Oh, it's you, the broad I almost killed. You know, I kind of like you. You got some spunk in you. Maybe later on I can put some spunk in you." Oh,
damn, you took my joke. I was just about to say, how about I put some spunk in you? Damn it.
Yeah, that's all right. Next time, you know what? I'll set you up for the next.
And I was muted with my bag.
Hey, Candice. Candice, we just prestiged him.
See, it all worked out in the end. Yes.
The rear entry. It's a rear entry joke.
Rear entry erotica. It goes right up there with erotic lactation. Erotic comfort lactation. Sorry. So, yeah, then she rips the doorknob off, goes to spike him with it. And then that's when Joe pops in, shoots him a couple times in the gut. And Sal's like, I'm going to get out of here. I'm an old man, jump off the building. And he does. Onto the light fixture first, and then it explodes and sparks. And then I'm like, okay, so now Joe's going to give chase, even though Maria could just jump down there. She got shot, though, so I guess she can't jump.
She's temporarily weakened.
But,
yeah, she's...
Yeah, this time she shot
But
like
that
3
doesn't make any
red.
sense because the guy she converted, Sal, should be weaker than her, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if it's because he's evil, maybe. Like, he's more evil, so it makes him stronger. You know, that whole cliche in movies where it's like, he has a power, but because he's evil, it's extra power.
But
it's like,
it also could be it's John Landis, and he just imagines that the man.
I was going to say, yeah, could just because she's a woman. You know,
Carrie Fisher was pretty strong in Blues Brothers.
Yeah, that's true.
She was pretty much a badass.
Oh yeah, she's perfectly normal. What a strong woman, and what a perfectly down to earth. And
I call that persistent. I like a woman that really shows me she loves me.
He said strong. You didn't say well adjusted, Tim. Those two rarely are running together here.
That's true.
And I was like, okay, so, Joe's going to run down there. We're going to have a little chase scene. Nah, Sal just gets sandwiched between a bus and a cab.
That was definitely like, let's wrap this up situation. Yeah. You know what? Let's just sandwich his ass.
All right, we got to end this one. So what are we going to do? Sandwich him between a couple of vehicles. And then I love he gets pissed and just starts beating the shit out of the bus driver.
Poor bus driver, dude.
This poor guy. He's just like, who taught you how to drive? Get out of here. Starts beating the shit out of the guy. Then Joe goes down there. He's like, I hate to interrupt you. Clearly, you guys have more of a beef than we do. Right? But then he looks down. He notices Sal standing in gas. And Sal starts giving him this fucking rant about how all the people are sheep or they're like roaches. He changes his mind. And he's got like this $3,000 suit. That's the only thing that's going to get ruined. Blah, 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 blah. So,
because he lights it up. But Joe, he kind of gets his own arrogance, I guess. Takes, that's his crux.
It's hubris.
Well, hubris, you're already a mafia don, right? So you kind of fool yourself to begin with, and now you're fucking immortal.
Yeah.
Well, what you think is immortal.
But then Joe whips out the old Zippo and tosses that into the gas, and this motherfucker goes up in flame. First of all, great explosion.
Yes. And they appear to be fairly close to it. I don't know if they shot that in a weird way, but it's cool.
No, he didn't tell the actors it was going to happen. It was surprises everybody else.
No, he borrowed a helicopter is what he did. And he flew it over there. Boom, blows up. Motherfucker comes walking out like the Terminator on fire.
Oh, God, this part.
Right. And
it's amazing.
Yeah, and just...
It's such a great effect.
It looks good.
This might be one of the best fire.
For a
he's kind of the Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Oh, dude. You give me Robert Loggia Ghost Rider, I am on board.
Nah, he's old, so he goes
with the tennis balls on the wheels.
Ghost hover round. I'm down with that. It beeps when it backs up. Beep, beep. So then it just shoots him in the head. Just dunk. And
he's going on such a speech. Like, he could have attacked Joe at some point, but he's so busy just like, I don't know.
And we've already seen that both of them have shown that they have super fucking speed.
Yeah, him and Marie, yeah.
When he does that thing with the friend with getting the car, and she does a thing with from behind him into the front of all that. So he could have just easily, like you said, just whoop right out of the fucking way of the bullet, or smell the fucking gasoline, because they can smell really good according to this movie. So, I mean, look, I still like the movie.
I think his rant at the end's a little too long. It goes on for a long time.
Yeah. Like, dude, you're not the dictator of a country.
Yeah, but if he's going...
like, you just have a...
Yeah, but come on, if Robert Loggia's going while he's literally standing there on fire, who's going to get
fair?
I don't know if he is.
They only got one take.
Yeah, Daniel, they literally lit Robert Loggia on fire.
Like, I don't think he was on fire.
He's method, man.
They already did it to Rickles, and he didn't get a rant, which you'd think he would, but Loggia did. No, so his head falls off, and it's all fucking powdery ash. Dude kicks it.
Cool.
Tunk,
it's a cool effect.
Then he turns around.
I was hoping he'd smash it, but whatever.
Yeah, just stomp it. That's what.
Yeah, he's getting ready to smash something else.
So he wants to, but he turns around, and Maria's leaving him. She's like, "Where are you going?
Sacrifice yourself."
Yeah, she's like, "I want to go watch."
This is so on right?
Completely.
It was a quick turnaround. Yeah, quick turnaround.
Well, it was the best blowjob of his life. Because she did not use teeth.
Could literally suck the life out of him. So
that's true, yeah.
So she's all like, look, I'm gonna go watch a sunrise. And he's like, hey, don't kill yourself. I love you now that I know your name.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I love my life.
Look, there's a hotel over here. Let's go.
You're blowjob Marie. That's what I have in my phone.
She's just a rebound. Because they say that he got divorced recently.
Yeah.
Right? Or his wife left him recently.
Right.
So she's just a rebound.
Little Sucky Marie over here. We're going to go back in.
I thought her name was Maureen.
That's
you
Marie.
Keep saying Marie.
Yeah.
It's Marie?
Marie.
Oh,
M-A-R-I-E.
It's just her accent. I thought she was saying Maureen.
Sucky.
Like M-A-U.
And besides, Daniel, what's a great rebound? Some chick that's going to live for 1,000 years.
Well, dude, let's face it. I've had some rebounds where I'm in the middle of like we're on our 4th or 5th date, and I'm like, what am I doing? This is the worst person that I should be rebounding with because this person's already thinking about what the names of our kids should be. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
so then I say, hey, look, it's a unicorn, and then I take off.
Like Houdini?
You do the prestige.
Yeah, I prestige my way out of that bitch.
Oh, man. So him and Sucky Marie just checking at the DoubleTree, and then, there you go.
At the double. I like how that's been brought back.
Get in the nookie. Not just before you get that cookie.
And I love the line at the end. She's all like, I take lives. And he's like, yeah, well, if you were perfect, then you wouldn't be single. And
she's like, oh, God, that's so charming.
Oh, he nagged me.
Yeah, I never heard that line before.
So Tim, buddy, what did you think of this movie?
I really recommend it. Like I said, besides the gratuitous nudity to start the movie off with and that incredible sex scene, I think it's a legit good movie. It's funny, and also, like I said, I really think that if they went the other way with the last half of this movie, like if they kept it like serious and a real thing, I think that would really be an interesting thing to have a vampire thing, because you never see something like
Very
that. Very
rarely.
No.
Fucking organized crime is going to be fucking
Unless
vampires.
you get into Vampire the Masquerade, then it's almost all about organized crime. Daniel, what about you, my friend? This is a revisit for you, but does it hold up?
I'm incredibly torn. I mean, I like it for what it is. The tonal shifts are a little extra, but I think if you go along with the ride and you just you have a good time with it, and you don't take it too seriously, it's fun. And also, if you don't approach it as you're going to watch a horror movie, because it's not a scary film at all.
No,
I think it puts comedy in the front of it. I would honestly. I know, like Tim was saying, it would be cool to see a more serious version, but I honestly would not mind seeing, like Taika Waititi or something like that, like do a What We Do in the Shadows-esque type version of this movie and remake it and just go full comedy with it.
That would be good.
And start where the mob has already acquired the vampire powers and they just do a flashback of how it happened and they're already in power and now they got to stop them.
Yeah, right. Already show them doing some crazy shit. And set up like a regular mob style meeting, and then some other gang busts in and starts shooting them, and they all they're not dead. That's when you find out they're vampires. And then the flashback is she's across the street looking through binoculars with, this is the man that I created by accident. I got to stop
it's like
him.
a From Dusk Till Dawn
movie. And they get to the nudity.
get to the nudity, and you don't have to deal with the whole they're realizing they have powers and learning about it and all
so
that.
You start with the heist, and then you have the two gangs that cooperated on the heist. They have a falling out, they have the shootout, and then bam, there you go. From Dusk Till Dawn, one of them's vampires.
Movie start. But yeah, no, I still had a good time with it. I thought it was fun. I think it holds up, and of course, fantastic. I'm gonna get some handcuffs.
Hey, Candice, is this a good way to kick off No-Vampr?
I guess so. I wasn't crazy about this movie, although I did appreciate the fact that it was a movie I hadn't seen before, a vampire movie from the 90s I hadn't seen before. Yeah, cannot believe it.
Yeah, you're slipping.
So I'm glad to put that notch on my bedpost. But I didn't think it was funny.
It was silly.
It
wasn't funny. It was silly.
It was definitely silly, but I don't know. I just didn't like that. I did like the special effects in it and the action. It was very good. The special effects and the stunts were great.
And a lot of cool callbacks to older horror films.
Oh, like Horror of Dracula that was showing on someone's TV screen. And then Todd Browning's Dracula
weird
was...
Lizard Aider or whatever the fuck. It wasn't Godzilla.
Reptilicus.
Reptilicus.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's definitely a fun movie. I mean, it feels dated, and it is, because it's 92. But
and they make a Dan Quayle reference.
Yeah. They even have Dan Quayle listed in the.
I'm surprised
they even have him
listed
in the credits. Dan Quayle as Dan Quayle. It's like, motherfucker. Yeah.
As Dick.
He didn't misspell a word though, so that was a problem. I'd say check it out. But you know what? It's 2 hours, man. I don't know. Have it on while you're playing a video game or something. You can always check in on it and have a good time.
Yeah, the plot is so simple. You don't really need to pay crazy attention to it.
No.
Yeah.
But hey, Daniel, is there anything you think people should pay attention to on the internet?
Well, having Luis Gomez in this movie, I could have covered this on the Moustachioed Podcastio, but I do want to cover some more Luis Gomez. I'm a fan of the guy. He's funny. He's charismatic. He's got a weird troll face. I love him.
Got his name wrong. Luis Guzman.
What'd I say?
Luis Gomez.
Guzman.
Well, it's been like 3 hours, man. Give me a fucking break.
You just think he's playing Gomez in the Adams.
That's right. He's playing Gomez.
To Daniel, he is Gomez Adams. Okay.
Yeah, he is Gomez Adams. Yeah, Guzman. But yeah, no, I do like his work. But you can find me hosting the Moustachioed Podcastio on. You can find it on Twitter at @mpodcastio and on Instagram at Moustachioed Podcastio. And I throw out the shows and all those places where you listen to podcasts and shit. Yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Candice?
Oh, still all quiet on the Candice front.
Okay. And Tim?
No, just like you said, listen to our show. If you can't donate, give us a 5-star review. Don't give us 4 stars. 5 stars are nothing. And, it doesn't hurt to give us money.
Hit us up on patreon.com/bloodybits to get access to our bonus episodes, as well as the Blood Bank with over 3,200 new and cult, weird exploitation, horror, you name it, movies, as well as TV series. And
you request it. And
it could. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little while, but it could be there. You get access to that as well as, like I said, our bonus episodes. We have one coming up here where the folks thought they were going to be reviewing a movie, but it turns out
this fucking thing. I thought it was high, and I dreamt the whole
it turns out they were living a movie of their own.
And I won.
In the world of fantasy tabletop role-playing games. Yes, Candice did win.
Nice.
Earnestly. All right, so
talk about a bald win.
I bald with it.
She sure did. So thank you so much for joining us today, Daniel. Yeah. And I believe this is where we end it.